I did have you guys muted till just now. Now they all heard you as they were coming in. Oh, hey, Inception. I had the thing going. Woo.
Crazy.
Hey. Kdog wave. Hey, hey. All right. Yeah, this is how this goes. All right. I was making sure we were good and pulled up there. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. It is Wednesday, so that means we are doing Kdog After Dark. I'm going to go ahead and switch it over because you guys really aren't here to see me. You're here to see all of these lovely faces. So, yeah, tonight we have me times 2. Whee! There we go. Anyways, again, as always, of course, I'm your host, Kdog57. Beneath me, we have Disciple. No witty banter about him being my bottom this week. We're just going to reference it. And then bottom right this evening, joined by, once again, back from the land of the prequel, which is the precursor to Kdog After Dark, one Warlock.
Episode 0.
Episode 0, episode 0.5, etc., etc. We had Warlock on. He helped us kind of when we were setting all this up a little bit. And of course, everybody, you guys all know him from both of mine and Disciples chats, and also he does stream and every once in a while as well. Great tattoo artist. Like I said, we've already, you guys know him. Yeah, we all love him. He touched up my tattoo. Yeah, there he is right there. He's like, oh yeah, fucking Warlock. That guy's great. I did about 90% of Disciples tattoos, I think, and all that. Amazing tattoo artist. So if you're in Seattle area, when you're not under lockdown, go look him up. Get some tattoo goodness. When you're actually able to leave your homes again and actually do that.
Yeah. Speaking of, the governor shut us down. We can't do anything for 2 weeks.
But you get to hang out with us. Yay!
That's right.
Yay, we all get to hang out.
That's right. Pretty soon I'll have a new logo below me. It'll be done by Warlock.
I'm going to hit Warlock. See, I was even talking last night to D before you jumped into chat. I was like, oh yeah, I'll probably hit Warlock up for, working on new stickers and all that kind of stuff because I know you do stuff, but it's just like, at the same time, fuck, I'm not getting any money to fucking be able to pay anybody to do new stickers either. It's like, shit, I need money too to pay somebody. Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, when, I got you. Disney,
On credit.
Yeah, exactly. On credit. Yeah, it's like, we were talking, trying to get D down to, try and get him to come down to Disney and all that and try and come to, not GDC. GCX is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Guardian
GCX.
Con, or whatever.
AKA canceled.
Yeah. I mean, that's still live as of now. It's all the way. I know it's June 27th. I know this because
that is pretty far out.
I would say it's pretty far.
That might be okay.
June 27th. I know because June 26th is my birthday. This is how I remember this. That's the only reason I remember. I don't remember dates well at all. I dated my ex-fiance
my birthday's coming up too, so
no idea what it is. No idea when it is. You could have told me 17 times.
Day before tax day. You know what tax day is?
April. Tax is 15th, right?
That's
April 15th.
Right.
So tax day is the 14th. See, I know like the big days like that. That's how I remember. So that same thing. You're the day before tax day. My ex, like a big ex that I almost married, her birthday was New Year's Eve. So easy to remember. And then our anniversary, we started dating on July 3rd, day before 4th of July. Easy to see. That's like, I can remember that. I could do a little thing. Random dates in between, no fucking idea whatsoever. You have 4 Disney tattoos. What do they have, Misty? I love Disney tattoos. I love seeing them.
I've seen them some in Hufo's Discord, I think.
Oh, nice.
Or is it Glesses? I can't remember.
I can't remember. I don't know. One of them. One of the 27 million Discords that we're all in. But yeah, I have my wine. I was actually almost thinking about drinking bourbon tonight, but yeah, I'm actually really glad. So I got this wine on a BOGO like 2 weeks ago, from Publix, and it's actually really good. It's all like Sonoma. I normally don't like Sonoma cabs, but it's not bad. $30 bottle of wine that was BOGO. So essentially I'm paying $15 for a bottle. It's pretty solid. That's Arbor Mist prices right there for a better bottle.
Good for Kdog for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not quite, in the box wine, but
You
I feel
know,
like it's in the box wine for Kdog.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, $15. Yeah, Arbor Mist. Yeah, $15 wine is. Yeah, I get the $15 bottle of wine when I'm like going to a friend's for like dinner, and it's just like everybody brings their BOGO, because I've made that mistake once or twice where I've gotten a decent bottle, but then of course mine goes first, and then I get one glass of it, and then I'm stuck drinking fucking Franzia from the fucking, you know, everybody else. And that's what they brought, and I'm like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. Fuck that. Nope. But I guess we can start talking about other random one things. I did want to ask, because I've been having this on Twitter all day with people all over. How do you prepare your pizza rolls?
Not in the microwave.
Not in the microwave. Warlock?
Yeah, toaster oven. All
Yeah,
day long.
yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I was like. And so I posted. So it's actually come up like 2 or 3 times over the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
And so I posted it, and then like, because I've been talking on other people's Twitter, you know, their tweets and everything. So I just made me think. It's like, that's gonna be my new diss or insult. Is like, you look like somebody who makes your pizza rolls in the microwave. That's gonna be my new insult. It's like, you're somebody who makes their pizza rolls in the microwave, aren't you?
Yeah, that's gonna start a fight.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, but that's gonna be the new insult, I think. It's like, I bet you make your pizza rolls in the microwave. What's up, BLG? So I'm glad we're all on the same page there. I did get a couple responses on Twitter when I recently posted about air fryer, which I don't have an air fryer, but I feel like that would be a solid.
Air fryers are so. Gless had an air fryer when I was at his house. They air fried everything, and it was delicious. So I am all about the air fryer. I mean, because who doesn't like deep fried foods? But of course, deep fried foods are gonna kill you. So you know, and air
so is everything.
Well, I mean, that's true. Breathing's gonna kill you eventually.
Yeah. Yep. That's why. Well, the joke is, or whatever, that you ever read that like story or whatever online about how we're actually like one of the only, like, the joke is like we're one of the only species who like breathes in like fire. Like, fire is actually, since it's combustible and all that, like we're the fire breathers as opposed to like all the other life forms and all that. And it's the oxygen that's, you know, slowly killing us. But everybody thinks we're like some, you know, strange exotic species because we breathe in this fire chemical. I don't know. I just read it. I remember reading it one time years ago. I find it amusing. But that's why antioxidants are so good, because they get rid of like the fire chemical. I don't know. I thought it was it was like this thread that I read like one time on Reddit. I don't know. I spend way too much time on Reddit.
You should always get your facts from Reddit first.
Yeah.
Always go there first.
It's kind of like Facebook, you know. They're both very credible places.
I mean, oh yeah, I wasn't taking it for a credible source. I was taking it for a story. It has a good, you know, it's like writing prompts. You know, some of the subreddits are good, some of them are bad. You know, there's some good subreddits, and there's some terrible ones. There's some really bad ones. It's all we have anymore since Tumblr went away. God damn it. I mean, it's still there, but is it though? Because
Winnie the Pooh.
It's not the same. Winnie the Pooh, that's awesome. Took, thank you. But yeah, without further ado, we'll get into some of the actual gaming stuff here for a couple minutes, news-wise and all that. My next thing is to. Oh yeah, do you see? I have the socials. Like, I have a little social pop-up thing.
I love
That's what I was fucking around with for half my night,
Thanks,
and
man.
I was behind. Now it's just there, and it all changes. Hey, they actually all link up right now. It won't be like that in another minute because I have more, so it cycles around. But all of our Twitters up at the same time.
Yeah.
Nifty. Hey, stop it. Attack of the K-Cat. Anyways, so yeah, starting with news. I figured we would start with where'd it go? The actual Mixer homepage update. So this past week, yesterday, 17th, yesterday, the new homepage went live for Mixer. A lot of you guys probably have seen it on the website and everything else. Let me pull you guys in here because the button doesn't work for whatever reason.
You mean the one you're featured on right now?
Well, it's like, well, that's the thing. So we were going to talk. It's like it's featured, but I'm not sure how it works. Because that's so we'll get into this. And I don't know why the Discord. Because I resized you and these ones aren't linked up for whatever reason. All right, you guys, I'll fix that afterwards. Right. Yeah, it's fine. It'll be just me when we're looking at the article. But yeah, the Mixer homepage got that, features and more. So the new Mixer homepage looks kind of like this. Ooh, it's actually a little more purple than this. right here. But that's neither here nor there. So you have a bigger screen. You have all these couple little features. You have the partner spotlight, which is going to have all people who are live right now. Top categories. And also below that, you're going to have arts categories. What's on there right now? So it's a couple different things that it can be. But so you have below the featured top category partner spotlight. Also find brand new content rows, highlight and recommended streams from community events, cultural moments, and more tailored content. So like right now, I think when I last looked, it had like arts and music and a couple other things. So different type of streams, and I think like web shows, one thing or another. Rows will mix the AI powered personalized recommendations and editorial program content, ensuring you can discover and join even more communities across Mixer. So it's going to be kind of like, I think at the start, it's, you know, going to be like one or two things. That's why you said that, you know, I'm like featured on it. But I think that's, you know, the AI hasn't like figured out what we all watch. And I think it's kind of sticking strictly to your, like, your bubble. And that's kind of what I'm almost like not worried about, but kind of worried about. I don't know if you guys have opinions on that part of it. But it seems like, because all I've seen on the front page are people that I know and already follow, you know, in the background of it. So auto hosting for everyone. So spent the last month testing auto hoster. So now the auto hoster, you know, actually embedded into Mixer itself is live. You can set up an auto hoster up to 50 of your friends. You can set it randomized, host different customization options.
Fancy.
Yeah, so up to 50 people. Randomized channels. You can enable showcase. So you can enable a time limit, just like you can with all the other things. Set it up in priority. If you want to do like the priority of other things like 1 to 50, you can do that, or you can set it up to just randomly pick people. And then, like I said, the showcasing.
The biggest problem with this right now is that it only supports up to 50 people.
True. Very, very true. I think they need to up it for more than that.
Right now, that's the biggest complaint that I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because majority of us, especially if you have a bunch of people and you want to support, like, yeah, and somebody was like, it's like MySpace top 8. You know, it's, you know, who are you going to pick for your 50?
Yeah.
You know? Higher quality emotes. So this, some of you guys may have realized, if you look in like chat or whatever, it shows up the same on my end on Mix It Up. But if you actually look on the Mixer chat, I will never make a winky face ever again in anybody's chat, because if you look at the actual chat, it is the most grotesque. Like, it looks like somebody's face? Yeah, dude, make a winky face and look at Mixer chat. It is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. I will never wink at anybody again in Mixer chat. But yeah, so the new emotes, no longer soon. Starting today, we're enhancing all emotes to 28 pixels across all platforms. So they used to be 24 by 24.
Yeah, an extra 4 pixels doesn't seem like much.
Yeah,
but, I know where you're going with this, D. Having made a bunch of them, those extra 4 pixels in both directions are going to make a big difference.
They really do.
They can, but these Skype-looking freaking emotes that they gave us are absolute garbage.
The Skype one, I don't know. And what I said yesterday, it reminds me of when AIM, like, remember when like AIM or whatever first decided to make like 3D looking ones instead of the standard like flat ones, and they were terrible. That's exactly what these are. This is exactly that. You know, that first update, and you're like, God, what are these?
I'm pretty sure the person from that team is now
working on this. Yeah. Global emotes will be visible today, and all partner emotes will be updated over the next few weeks. So yeah, they're going to slowly start rolling out, which kind of sucks because now I have to get all my emotes kind of redone and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so that's a thing because I have money to do that shit right now. But I mean, you know, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Those extra 4 pixels, I'm not worried about that part. I'm worried about other things, but those extra 4 pixels, I think it'll be okay for now.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, for now. Visual today, yeah. So ad break beta. So this is something that Mixer partners now we're going to be able to pre-roll, and Mixer partners have been testing advertising pre-roll for the last few months. Now we're expanding our advertising with ad break beta. With this, partners can choose when they want ads to run during their stream. So this was a request from the Mixer partner community. We're excited to be testing it as monetization opportunity. So this is going to be something that we're going to be able to put out a command. Like when I go to, you know, drain the vein or something like that, put out a command and it'll run an ad, and then, you know, whatever will come back and cool, while I'm on the Be Right Back screen or whatever. theoretically.
Yep.
Which is kind of nice, you know. It's like, oh, okay, and then
I really like this feature. I mean, and so if we're co-streaming like tonight, Warlock is going to be able to say, you know, /ad 30 and give us 30 seconds of ads, not only making us money if people watch the ads.
Yeah.
But you know, we also get a 30-second break.
Yeah, it's
and
very
we can
true.
Do this once every 15 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this while I'm gonna get annoyed otherwise. Bottom. Wait, I don't like you guys not being here with me. Hold on. I'm gonna do
Gamer D was asking where I was. That's when she's like, "Is this your friend?"
Hold on. We're gonna insert. Hold on. Shit. What is it under? I think I have it on window capture. Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna resize though. Nope. All right, hold on. I gotta. Hold on. We'll do it this way. We're gonna actually copy as an actual, because I don't know why it's not automatically copying. I should be able to copy it as and paste as a duplicate, right? Or a reference. Which one is it to make it keep the size changes? Does anybody know?
I don't recall.
We're gonna find out real quick.
General?
We're gonna find out real quick.
Man. Start hitting buttons.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. So GC, hey. Well, I mean, this all wouldn't be an issue, you know, but things happen. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, copy one more. Hold on. Wait for it. See, I'm figuring this shit out. I got this. I've done this twice. Copy.
Oh, there's a little dog on Warlock.
Puppy.
There it is. Boom.
There we go. And you get to be bottom left. I'm not changing. Yeah, me and D just switch spots. Because otherwise, I'd have to make a whole separate other screen. Like, I might maybe down the road. But well, this is like, I use this same exact scene for, you know, also my other normal stuff. So.
I'm here, baby.
Yeah, so hush. There we go. All right, now everybody's here. Huzzah! Anyways, what were we talking about? Yeah, now you have to worry about how you look. Anyways, so yeah, the ad break, no, I like that. I think that it's cool that we can now push ads. Like you said, it's one of those things that, you know, when you have that extra 30 seconds of mod in there, it can be like, oh, he's taking a break for 30 seconds. Here you go. And push it. And then it helps. You know, the only thing is they have not said, it does not say here. And this is what it does not say here whether or not subs will still, like, they're not going to see it, but how does that affect us, you know?
Correct.
You know, and it doesn't say.
Subs don't see them, and what about Mixer Pro?
Mixer Pro shouldn't see them either.
Mixer Pro and subs shouldn't see it, as well as our mods and us.
Yeah.
Shouldn't see the ads.
Correct.
Which doesn't make sense for mods, really, but
yeah,
I
not for
kind of
mods.
get it.
I think the mod should see them, having been a mod for several channels.
I think it would be nice to have that option.
Yeah.
Right. Because I mean, it would, you know, they are directed towards their audience though. So I mean, what Warlock sees, look at that little puppy. Such a cute little puppers.
She's not into it.
Oh, I don't have an animal that small.
It just all of a sudden turned into a tiny animal stream.
I mean, nope. I got nothing.
Yeah, you can't show that on stream, D.
Yeah, can't show that.
Can't do that one.
So yeah, they are targeted ads, which I like. So I mean, I'm not going to get the same ads that someone else is, right? So I mean, hopefully I'm going to see a Doom. I mean, I'm Mixer Pro because I'm a partner.
Yeah.
But if I was in a stream, I want to see Doom.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm all about Doom right now. It's like I better see a Doom freaking ad.
Which we'll talk about that later. But I did, that comes out 20th, right?
20th,
yeah. All right.
2 days.
That's what I thought. But yeah, so it's going to be
interesting. That's all we're going to be doing as soon as that launches, huh?
I don't have it pre-ordered. I guess I could, but
I might just have to buy it for Kdog.
We'll see.
It'll be like a little attachment. Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday, something like that. We'll see. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects us on our end as well, though, with the, you know, our stuff. But as is right now, that I like it as a feature. It's just how it, you know, rolls out for us on our end.
Yeah. And you mentioned the partner badging on the homepage as well.
Yeah, that's going down here. But the viewing improvements, we're continuing to add more features, new mixer viewing experience on Xbox. So they are continuously revamping, for the 17th time in the last year, mixer on Xbox. New experience built from the ground up to get to your favorite streamers as fast as possible with the April Xbox One system update. Since some insider rings now, you'll see the additions of emotes and subscriber badges in chat. So they're just continuing to make it, I guess, maybe more PC-like. I don't know. I haven't even watched on my Xbox in a while. I heard it went to shit for a minute.
It's really not PC-like. They're doing their own unique experience, which they need. I mean, you can't do a PC experience from a controller.
Oh, I was just thinking like the chat-wise, like being able to see chat-wise, being able to see sub-emotes and all that kind of stuff, or like subscriber badging.
Right.
That's what I was referencing.
That is something, but I mean, for me, that's not really, that's feature parity. Yeah. Right, between the two platforms, and they should have feature parity.
Correct. Yeah.
Currently, but it's a work in progress, and we can't, just overnight get what we had or even what we have on the PC side. Yeah. So I mean, it's going to be a huge work in progress.
And I didn't realize this, but I guess Ember messages will get the flair they deserve to help them stand out. I guess they didn't really stand out as much on Xbox before in the chat, so easier to access stream settings for selecting chat layout or video quality. We also expect to have gift subs available in the new experience in the coming weeks. So that's something to look forward to.
Super nice. Yeah.
So that's something to look forward to here. And then partner badging on the homepage. So now even when you're just scrolling through and looking at people, is something nice for us. You see this happy little Mixer partner badge symbol. So if you're a Mixer partner, you have that symbol either way on your actual profile. But now it shows up when you're looking at the, here are the 20,000 people playing Apex right now. Oh, this one's a partner, et cetera, et cetera. So now you actually see that, when you're looking at the home screen kind of thing.
Yeah.
Notifications, improvements, new notification bell to the pages, the channels you follow. So you have better control over which channels will trigger go live notifications. So they just kind of made it a little easier on the actual page rather than having to go somewhere else and turn on and off go live for them. And then clips creation
this actually fixes the issue with the notifications, because like I've gone through and I've unchecked the 2,000 other people so I don't get notified, but I still don't get notified that Kdog goes live. Right, and he's one of the 20 that I want to get notified, and the only thing that notifies me is his text right there.
that's why I pay that $4.99 a month or whatever it is.
And I'm gonna get that damn thing too. And I know that
that's good.
Warlock's one of my best friends. I'm not even sure he would sign up for it, but if he did, he would certainly unsubscribe to that thing when I go live 3 times in a single night because I keep getting dropped or something like that.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's like if you go live and get dropped, it'll send out a new thing every time you go live. And
every time.
It does send out a new go live tweet after about 8 hours too. If you do like a long stream, because if I'm still on at like 8 o'clock in the morning, I'll get a text and I'll be like, "Who the fuck is texting me at 8 o'clock in the morning?" Oh, I'm still live.
Yeah.
So
and I get those too. I'm like, "Oh, K's still on."
Yep.
5 o'clock in the morning.
As far as the notifications go, I have significantly fewer people that I follow, and I don't get notifications. So I don't think it's a matter of the list being huge or anything.
It's something with the system.
Just a system that needs attention.
And hope maybe this will, this is steps to fix that. Maybe they're trying to, maybe this is the cosmetic side and we're not seeing the behind the scenes that, okay, they're doing this to maybe fix another route into that system. Maybe, because maybe something's blocking all of them going out from the other side of it. And now they're kind of trying to, fix it in another way. And they can't figure it out, So rather than getting rid of it from the ground up, maybe they're trying to,
I appreciate their new way of improving the usability, but I don't feel like it's going to actually fix it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But maybe this is their attempt.
Off the cuff.
Yeah.
And this is just a review of the latest changes.
Yeah. The only other thing that changed was clip creation is now available for more viewers, Mixer partners, and verified channels in the Mixer app on Android. So clip creation on mobile respects the rank, subscriber, moderator permissions, and channel owner is set. So now you can clip, if you were able to clip before in your channels, like I think I have for my mods. Yeah, my mods can make the clips and all that as well, because I have that. So Warlock now can be sitting there in the middle of making a tattoo and he wants to edit a clip or something like that from last night that he clipped out. He can do it on his phone or whatever. So now you're able to edit and do the clips from your phone. All of that whole clip process is what that says. You know, based on your channel owner. So now it's in the app is what they're saying, rather than having to be on the website. Simply put. Because I don't think, if I recall correctly, I don't think... If it's a clip that I made, I don't think you guys can fuck with it. But I think if it's your guys' clips and all that, I think you can tweak them.
I have no idea.
I feel like that's a thing.
Play with that system a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing. Or maybe like if I created the clip, I don't think you guys can like delete it or whatever, but maybe you guys can like modify it and make like your own. Maybe that's like what I'm thinking. Like you can't get rid of like my 1 minute and 30 seconds that was clipped. But you can do, hey, we're going to pull out this 30 seconds and you're going to make your own little clip from it, I think is how it works, if I recall correctly. Hi, everybody. But yeah, so that's all the things. I think I overall, I don't know if D, if you were speaking overall to it or just on that one topic. I personally think that, you know, the changes are good. If anything, this would be the best time to make the platform more user-friendly and try to make it more accessible. Whether or not it's gonna really make a difference, like, I mean, we've been saying for months that, you know, it's this year as a whole is going to be, you know, a turning point. So hopefully this is the first step, in my opinion.
I mean, they've been making significant changes, and what a lot of people don't realize when they did the redesign for, you know, the Xbox experiences, it was a complete rewrite. And I mean, those things are huge to sit there and take what you had as far as features and functionality and to take it to a completely new framework. Is people think that that's just such an easy thing.
Yeah, copy and paste.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's just not the way it works. So, I mean, I wish people just be patient with Mixer. I mean, they're making big changes and good things are coming.
Yeah. And I don't think either of us, because, you know, we've talked plenty of times, I don't think either of us are one of those people who are, oh my God, Mixer, you know, that kind of thing, and are talking like that. It's just purely, you know, purely speaking, you know, objectively, that, you know, there are things that you have to keep in mind from the software design of it. Like, you know, D knows this side very well. You know, there are, you know, this stuff isn't going to happen overnight. Like, yeah, you know, there are things that need to happen, but, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, their team is smaller than the team I work with. So, I mean, and I have a small team. So, I mean, I could only imagine the pressure that they have on themselves. It's like, it's a multi, you know, it's $100 million business. And there's a lot of pressure riding on 20 people. Yeah, and
having Twitter blow up at them every other day probably doesn't help. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and you have the business people running in. Oh my God, we have to get this fixed today, and it's like, and then tomorrow there's another person running in and saying the exact same thing about, you know, someone else that's bitching on Twitter or social media. It's crazy. It gives me anxiety thinking about it.
What do you think of the changes in that so much, Warlock?
So far, so good. It looks like they're making all the right pushes in the right direction. You know, they need parity with, we'll call them competing services. And they need to also help their discoverability, you know. And anytime anybody wants to get into streaming, the first thing these, you know, stream doctors all over the internet say is, well, don't expect to blow up if you're only streaming. You know, you need to be doing other things. Because of the discoverability issue with this sort of platform, it's hard to find new people to watch. And so this new homepage is kind of pushing in the right direction, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's in a step in the right direction. It depends to me how this AI rolls out. Because like I said, right now, the only people I'm seeing big center feature and all that kind of stuff for me are people that I know. Like the 4 underneath, I think there was one person that I didn't already follow and know on it. So I think how these recommendations play out over the next couple weeks, I think is going to be huge. How that AI things, because I can pull it up right now and it's gonna be.
I mean,
yeah,
two of the four for me.
Yeah, Miss Adorbs. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, these are all people. Okay, this is one I don't know. So I have one person here that I don't know and or already follow, like in my circle. Like Raven, Shroud, of course I follow. Raven, I follow.
There's UFO. See, I have a different list on mine.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good. Yeah, I think it is tailored to. I think it is tailored to like where you spend time streaming. So I think the AI just needs time to see maybe what you like your communities, and I think that's what it's going to base off of is like what your circles are. I hope it doesn't stick too close to your circle. That's almost kind of what I'm worried about, because I've already gotten like 5 people sending me and saying, oh hey, you're on my front page, which is awesome, that's great. Not to sound disingenuous or anything, but it's like, okay, you already follow me, you're already in my stream either way. Like, it's cool, it's great that I'm on your center feature, but you know, if it's the 5 people that already follow you anyways, just speaking objectively, you know, it's the 5 people that already are in your channel. You know, what about, you know, the 20,000 that aren't?
Looking there now, your stream is featured for me.
Yeah.
On top. And you've got Miss Adorbs. Who do you have, D?
Let's see. I had Kdog, Miss Adorbs, the Angel of Death, Awkward Tyson, and Shroud.
Okay.
Well, who's the big one?
Who's your big one?
Miss Adorbs.
Yeah. So I mean, I think ideally it will kind of try to expand your circle.
That's where yours is, and you have Hufo. I don't. I have Angel of Death.
Hufo's not actually there. I feel like he's having issues. It's not loading.
But we all have Shroud.
Yeah. I feel like either way. Oh yeah, that's probably why. I feel like either way, a lot of us will always have Shroud or Ninja or one of them, because
I mean, they deserve it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that's part of their, I don't know, I'm just speculating. I feel like that was part of their contract thing when they came around. Because whenever they were online, those couple ones were always on the carousel. Even if they weren't center, like they were always, I think they're going to be featured in some way, shape, or form constantly. But this is a nice change of the partner spotlight. This will constantly be changing, but this is all live people now. It's not, you know, these are all people you can click on and they're going to be live. So that's a nice change as well. And we have, you know,
the spotlight is only people that are live now?
Yep.
Really?
Any of these are all live.
We could be on there. What picture would they use of us?
You have to send it in. I'll send you the thing. There's a memo.
Apparently I missed the memo.
Missed the memo. Again.
But yeah, so then you have the top category, partner spotlight, top categories.
How are they playing Doom Eternal? How?
It was Shroud. Shroud was earlier. Yeah, 6,000. He probably just got done.
Oh,
yep,
0. Okay.
This is just from early. Yeah, Shroud had early access to it.
Phoenix is here.
Hey, you're here. Hi, Phoenix. Want to jump in? We can tag you in. We're just talking about this. Yeah. I can do a quick reformat of the visuals and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so then we have the music and all that, and you know, the music. So I think this is cool. And then see, this is cool here. You know, that there's now a partner clips section. I think that's kind of nifty.
Oh, good Lord, really?
You know, I don't know how great that's going to be for some of us, because there's some random clips. And also, you know, for me, it's like I do like 90. I think I have my clip set to 90 seconds, because especially like with Tarkov and things like that. Wait 1 minute, Phoenix, because it's going to throw off all the cameras, and we'll do it in a second when we switch back over the thing.
Then I can eat some tacos.
Yeah, exactly. I'll turn on and I'll redo all the cameras really quick. My clips are what, 90 to 100, or like 120 seconds, because especially like Tarkov or things like that, I want to capture that full engagement as much as possible, and it can be up to 90 seconds, you know, even though sometimes it's something that just happened in the last 30 or to 20 seconds. I want to make sure it's there if it's like a full engagement, you know, that lasted a minute. So some of these for me are going to be a little rough, but I think that's kind of cool. And then Hype Zone, which, yeah. And then top streams. So I mean, overall, I think it's online. Oh yeah, see now, and it's just circled. Hey, look, Disciple.
What? It didn't even tell me that I got featured. Hi.
No, I was gonna say no, but that's the thing. I don't think the feature thing.
It's
the feature, like the pixel thing, isn't reliable. Like, I don't want to say it's not reliable, but it's not a thing anymore, because we're not ever going to be featured anymore on here.
Weird.
It's just, yeah, that's the thing. We're just, that's we're constantly going to be, we're constantly going to be featured. We're constantly going to be on our own. We're constantly going to be on users' carousels. So that's that discoverability side of it. So that's the thing. So that's why I hope it does kind of expand outside of your inner circle a little bit more, because I think that'll be, you know, to get on, you know, the other people's carousels, for lack of a better term, because that's what we've been calling it for so long. You know, but yeah, so
I mean, Miss Adorbs is on mine, and you know, no offense to her, but like I almost never watch her, but she's on mine right now.
But maybe that's why. Maybe it's like, hey, this is your circle, you follow her or whatever, and this is somebody that a lot of people in your circle follow. You should, you know, check her out a little more. And maybe that's the thing, because I don't follow her as well. I do engage with her a lot in other chats, you know, and pops and other things. But I don't know that I ever have really watched her, also because I don't like Grand Theft Auto. That's just not my content.
I don't either. That's not
and
my
that's
either.
And that's the thing. So it's not my cup of tea. But you know, maybe that's how the AI is going to work. So I think over the next couple weeks, that's going to be how it plays out.
Yeah, I like change. I like to.
I have no problem with change. You know, the change can be good. I think overall. Yeah. All right,
so we're gonna get Phoenix in here.
Yeah, we'll get Phoenix in here, which is gonna throw off all the cameras for a minute, guys. So when she joins the call, because I have them all like whatever, so it's gonna be fun. So Phoenix, whenever you want to join the call, you're okay. You're okay. It can't be any worse than the day that I was streaming with JoJo and all that. You weren't here, Disciple. It was me, Shredder, JoJo, and all that. And then
when I saw the boobs.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but you weren't in the you weren't on that one, were you? No, it was because it was me, JoJo, Undercard, and Shredder. And Undercard left, and the bottom two screens, it was just me and JoJo. So the bottom two screens were just boobs, and then this one over here was JoJo's eyes. Like, yeah, it's a great.
I just remember seeing boobs in the bottom left and bottom right.
Yeah, and that's what it was. It just like
pair of honkers.
Yep.
Right where my hands are.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Woo.
All right.
Get this stuff working.
Okay.
I'm gonna go eat some tacos.
Can you hear me or no?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, perfect.
Luckily, I'm a halfway decent at this point on all this, you know, of resizing all this kind of stuff.
Let me see if I can do. Oh wait, hold on. I need to do a switcherino on the Discord call. Hold on. Discord, and then I'm gonna do.
See, look at that. Look at that. Already resized, good to go. It's almost like I've had to do this multiple times over the course of the season.
Every show 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. It's something, yeah. Well, you figure I have to do it before every show. You know, because for some odd reason, 2 window captures on Discord work. The third one, the guest one, always resyncs and just messes up. Like, it just doesn't want to, so I have to redo that one every time.
All right, let's see. I'm trying to have it detect my camera.
Hey, Aaron.
Oh.
Hi, everybody. How's chat doing? We're just getting her set up, and then I'll wait till I see her thing on my side screen before I get rid of this camera. Ooh. Ooh.
That should do that. That should fix.
Yeah, I figured you were passed out from your cat nap.
Yeah, I was trying to set my alarm, and my alarm didn't go off. So I'm like, oh, great.
That's what I figured. Like, and I didn't have your number, so I went into DQ's stream, and I was like, hey, do you have Fee's number? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, can you message her, like text her for me?
All right, let's see.
All right, it's on. I can put a chroma key on my end, so yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
and all.
That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. It won't be there for. Well, here I can do that. Hold on. Properties. Filter. Ooh, what are we unzipping? That's hot.
No, putting on my shirt.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, fine. I guess that's allowed too. I guess that's allowed. For now, exactly. Hey, we gotta pay those bills somehow. Dude, I have like, can we talk about how OnlyFans is just blowing up right now? Like,
Oh my God.
dude, it is insane. It is like everybody who I even know who even like half has like an OnlyFans account is literally like, well, this is what I'm doing for the next 2 weeks. Subscribe for whatever amount. It's just like, oh my God. I mean, I keep making the joke I'm going to sell feet pics, but like I literally like so many people I saw like today, I was just perusing like Twitter and other things and all that. And it's just like, oh my God, everybody's like, oh, well, fuck it. This is how I'm making money. And you know what?
Makes our girls gone wild.
That's pretty much what it is. It's the new, I don't know, cam thing, whatever. Here, if you want, here, I'll send you the, co-stream thing, so that way it's easier to shout you out and everything, all that as well. You don't have to go live or anything, but then you're there for it. All right, Discord, top left. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this cam. D is finished stuffing his face.
I feel stretched.
There we go.
You look stretched.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't know what this is, but it is delicious. Is that like a triple thing? I don't know. You guys gotta see it though.
Ooh.
That's really good. That's a lot of meat in that slab. Good sir.
All right, I gotta. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. See. I've done this once or twice. I've done this once or. I can make it work. There we go. I'm trying to get without stretching you out too much. There we go. Does that look decent? Is that good? Is that acceptable for you?
There you go.
Look
Try
good.
to adjust.
There you go. No, you're good. All right, cool. Yeah, and then I'll do the co-stream thing and all that. So, oh wait, hey, I have your socials and all that loaded up too. Hold on, wait, let me turn your socials on, guys. This is PhoenixInfyrno. By the way, if you aren't familiar with her, she actually is last minute. I can't be mad at her for being late or whatever, because she like I reached out to her I kind of said something the other day, and I was like, I have a feeling I might need one. She's like, oh, let me know, and that was like before like I heard back officially from Gless that he was going to be on the show, and then it's like okay, and then Gless was like, yeah, I'll be on the show, and then Gless messaged me yesterday and was like, hey, I'm not going to be on the show, I'm sick. Like, okay. And then I was like, cool. And then like I talked to Warlock like last night or whatever, and I had like 3 possible backups. And then today I get a message also at like 6 o'clock from Shredder saying, hey, I'm not going to be on the show. So I was like, well, fuck, now I need 2 backups. Well, I'm like, you know, so it's like,
can you unstretch me vertically?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Curdy had the sniffles.
Yeah, I don't know what was up. So it was funny because I actually... Oh, wrong button. I had to...
Oh.
There we go.
Stop fucking with me.
All right.
Now I'm squished.
You're not... No, that's like literally like my bounds right now. Here, hold on. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, you're good. It's funny. I sent like all the information over to like punk rock and everything.
Romantic comedies.
There we go. I just put your Insta and everything. All right. Well, back to we'll transition back to restarting the stream and all that. But guys, PhoenixInfyrno, like I said, I can't be mad at her for being late because she's helping out and all that. She's still also going to be a guest on the show like later on. I have her like end of April or something like that. Technically, somewhere in the future, whatever. But yeah, so I appreciate you coming on and just talking random nonsense with us. You know. Get another opinion. I mean, me, Warlock, and Disciple talk shit all the time anyway, so it's nice to have another, you know, this is...
What?
I mean, like, we just sit there in Discord call all the time anyways and talk Satisfactory and all that, so this is like a normal day for us. So it's like, you know, okay, now it actually feels like a web show. Now we have another opinion. But no, Phoenix, I met you pretty much through Pops, right? I think. Yeah, and then we randomly played together like I think only like once on Apex. I think like you came in and we were playing that. Other than that, you obviously and then last week I was hanging out for a bit. I was hanging out in Drake's and you were hardcore grinding. hardcore grinding Destiny and whatever was going on right before Trials and all that. So obviously you play what, Destiny? You play Siege and all that as well. What all do you play?
I play a lot of things. I definitely play a lot of shooters. Destiny for now is my current. I do play Siege. I play Tarkov here and there because I love me some Tarkov.
That's right. That's what started it, I think.
Yes, Tarkov was amazing. I play other goodies every now and then. Touch Apex. I play MMOs. I actually like playing games like platformers such as like Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which I did that earlier. I like to play all sorts of goodies of that nature. Like I'll play like shooters, platformers, RPGs. The one thing I really don't touch is MOBAs. I've never really gotten into MOBAs. It's really
So Smite Day in the future. I mean, well, Smite's easier than League, you know, to get into, but not by much. You know, it's still, you still need a coaching hand, you know, to get into it.
Agreed.
Yeah. I just sit there. I mean, and I'm not even a coach at this point. I still reach out to certain people when I have questions all the time and go, hey, well, what's still viable right now in season, whatever, you know? And but yeah, we can definitely do MOBAs. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I just don't touch I don't touch is fighting games and racing games, except for
fighting games. Good stuff. Remember back in the day, I used to play like Killer Instinct and whatnot.
Yeah, no.
I like fighting games and racing games.
I've never been good at them. Now Mario Kart, I will fuck up some Mario Kart. Don't get me wrong.
You beat me in Mario Kart when we played it at PAX.
I will fuck up some Mario Kart.
But that's right there.
That's about it. Whoa. All right, something's going in. That's gonna be. I bet that's Pixel. That's Pixel.
Yep.
No.
Pixel stuff's going on. Wait, it's gonna be the Glessy gift. Watch this. Watch this. Yep. So something is cycling on Mixer / server side things and all that kind of stuff. It's okay. I just got rid of it. Somebody do the Beetlejuice call and be like, hey, your shit's fucking up.
Oh yeah, you can't add him.
Yeah, I know.
Be here
3 times. That's the secret. You add him 3 times.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so much for a secret.
Yeah. Well, he already said it. I was like, oh, that's why I just say the Beetlejuice call. But anyways, moving right along. Now that Fee's here, obviously, thank you for coming in and talking with us. Well, we just talked the Mixer homepage updates. That's really as far as we got into stuff. We just kind of started drinking. I'm still on my first glass. Disciple started eating tacos. So, I mean, we haven't gotten too hardcore into things. But I don't know, like how much you looked over the articles and all this and that. Well, I'll just kind of keep moving right along. After Mixer update, we talked that first thing. If you guys are very missing out there in Chatland on the wait, where is it? On the GDC experience. I don't even see that I linked the article on here. Did I? I don't know. I must have missed it. If you're missing out on the GDC experience that is supposed to be this weekend, I know we talked it like last week. Also, I talked on that they have their Twitter thing, all the talks and everything. But it's in my sub chat, and I got to pull this up. The actual company, where'd it go? Company made a kind of MMO based off of GDC on their little website. And so what it is, it reminds me of, let me open it up here for you. It reminds me of like a Gary's Mod kind of thing, where you just kind of go in and there's all this kind of stuff going on. And so this is how it looks and everything. Oh, I got to resize these now. So it literally like looks like this, and you just go around, and it's based off the convention center. So it has the convention center. You go around, and it's all like bad 2D pixel art or clip art of the characters. And so it's a joke. It's like a little online virtual space. And so the chat is like preconceived kind of stuff. Takes place in a simple environment meant to mirror San Francisco Moscone Park. I think it's Moscone. I think that's how it's pronounced. Developer-led sessions. Like, it's very tongue-in-cheek recreation of GDC. Because you could literally sit here and talk. Like, all of your chat is literally like this right here. Well, I'm working on... And it's like, okay, this is the game that I'm working on, because Game Developers Conference. Well, I'm working on a real-time, procedurally generated... puzzle platformer with online elements. I'm under so many NDAs. Like, it's literally like just a bunch of little tiny excerpts that can make up a conversation. And honestly, like reading through, I was like, this is fucking hilarious, because that's exactly how probably majority of these conversations go. And it's very tongue-in-cheek about it. I had the link and I posted it in sub chat. But these are the same ones. Crow's Developers Conference. They made a couple other things. They helped make Accounting Plus with Justin Roiland and that. So it's very tongue-in-cheek, you know, Rick and Morty humor, same kind of thing of GDC and all that. And he's so the guy here who played it, he was saying how he asked a guy. Where did he go? He asked a guy what he was doing, and he told him it's like a roguelike thing or whatever. And then all your response like could be was just like, how is the weather, or like the weather's really nice or something right now. So it's literally like this whole like MMO like sandbox thing based off of like bad clip art. And that you can go into and just fucking make and experience GDC in all like tongue-in-cheek ways. You have like the different people presenting panels and all that, and it's, you know, Unity or Unreal. It's like a 15-minute panel of, you know, people that end up just fighting, and it's, you know, two people with those names, and it's just arguing and all that. And so it's a tongue-in-cheek look at GDC. So I thought that was kind of humorous, and I have the link up in the Discord and that of where it is. I meant to have it here ready for that, but you know, I got caught up making socials and other fun things today. So you know, you know, all that other kind of fun stuff. I got. All right. So that's that. I don't know if either of you guys like read the article. If any of you guys read the article or are amused by it, it reminds me of like bad '90s Flash games, and that's like what it is.
Sure, looks that way.
Yeah. And that same Rick and Morty humor. All right, I'm gonna do this for the 17th time. I already did this earlier. Nope.
And camera rotation.
Reminds me of Leisure Suit Larry does GDC.
Oh yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I could see that. All right, everybody smile. All right, you don't really have to smile. I'm talking over.
Dude, I loved Leisure Suit Larry. There's a brand new version that came out not too long ago. It was kickstarted. That's what it's about.
I did not know that. I might have to look into that. Can we play that? Can we play that on stream? Like, we'd have to like continue what it is. Even with 18 and up.
I'm not sure you can play that one.
Larry would be a little, might be a little of a line crosser.
Yeah, I think they'd need a 21 plus channel.
Because either way, like, we're not allowed to focus our stream around sexual content. It can't be like the main focus of the stream. So I feel like that would be a no-no. But it would be humorous. Be like, hey, this is what I did in Leisure Suit Larry. Just do like a half hour of it, and then make sure you play something else. Or play it like for an hour, and then like make sure you do something else for the other 6 hours. Be like, it wasn't the main focus of my stream. Gray area. Anyways, I like gray areas. I'm really good at those. Anyways. Now, if I should play it, yeah, there's a lot of things that I shouldn't do with my streaming career, but you know, that's, you know, whatever. Yeah, well, we're not even going to talk about that one. I probably shouldn't be, you know, having a web show that focuses around us all, you know, drinking and talking nonsense about gaming, but I do.
These emotes that Dirty Burrito's putting in chat is all about you.
Oh, I'm okay. No, actually, hold on. I need to pull up Mixer and see how they actually look on the new Mixer thing. Hold on. Because in my chat, they just look like normal.
They're normal.
Oh, okay.
Only a few did they actually upgrade.
Oh, okay. Phoenix, have you seen the new like emojis?
You mean like the crazy looking like smile, laugh, and everything?
Yeah. The AIM circa 2003 update 1 or whatever it was that added. Yeah, that same person. Yeah, I will never winky face again. I will never winky face again. Because it just is.
The winky face isn't. Yeah.
Oh my God, the winky face is terrible. It's so bad. I am gonna make one of my emotes is going to be a winky face, just a standard one. That's gonna be an emote, guys. Sub to Kdog, because you're gonna actually have a standard winky face that you can use in chat, and it's just gonna be a colon winky face. That's what it's gonna be. Just be ready. Be ready. I'm doing it. I just decided. Cause yeah, I want. Yeah, it's been decided. Yeah, it's gonna be really easy to do. Cause all I have to do, all I have to do is just fucking copy a standard winky face and put it as an emote. You know, it's gonna be really easy rather than this whatever seizure-looking face is on there. I don't even know what that is. It's just awkward. I feel awkward just winking at anybody now. Anyways,
the angry face looks like super salty.
Yeah, it's.
I like that one, the one that Warlock just did.
That one's a good one.
See,
Yeah,
like that one's good. I can see that.
face.
Just the wink just throws me off. I winked.
Yeah.
I winked at Pop. I did something. I was saying something in Pop's chat yesterday, and I winked afterwards. And I was like, "Oh my god, what is like?" I didn't realize it went live, and I was like I didn't. That was the first like emoji that I had used, and I was like, "Oh my god." No, like at all. And I literally like went through like everybody's chat I was in right now. I was like, look at this. And yeah, so that was my day yesterday. Yeah, super creepy. Anyways, moving right along. But yeah, no, also on the GDC, that was the thing. We did talk about it last week, that little game. It is up in the sub chat, and I'll put it up in the Kdog After Dark section here shortly. But also, if you guys are looking for the talks, they do have them on their GDC page, on Twitter, all of those talks, like I said, and on their website that were going to be had during GDC. A lot of them are going to be on the Twitter page, broadcasted all weekend long, and also on their website. So that is something cool. I know we talked about it last week, but once again, it is something cool that they're doing given the circumstances. So that's it on GDC. Moving right along. We also talked last week about Pokemon Go, and it's all whole new little like, hey, you can battle people around the world, and you still have to walk around and do all that shit. Well, now you don't.
That's out the window.
That's completely out the window now. Cause given what's going on, yeah. So they updated Pokemon Go so that way you don't have to walk around anymore. The exact like specs, just to kind of make it, temporary discount, temporary thing while everybody's stuck inside. The updates are already in effect. They're going to last till further notice. Obviously they're not guaranteeing that anybody's going to stay inside, but they're making it so that way you don't have to walk around and interact with people.
Less of a reason to transmit diseases to the rest of the population.
Exactly. Yeah. They don't want to be blamed, but it's a good thing on their thing. For a game that's based around going out and walking around, they're like, hey, we'll give you a 3-week pass. Like
Big guy Niantic.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to we've made these updates based on the current global health situation. Also encourage players to make decisions on where to go and what to do that are in the best interest of their health and the health of their communities. That's the official spokesman, statement from them. But it doesn't say what exactly really are the updates. Like they're already like live, but it doesn't I didn't see what exactly they are. I mean, the game is based
kind of a tangent topic, isn't it? Because who here plays this game?
Well, I mean,
I used to back in the day.
Yeah, I don't like play it, but it shows up in the news. The reason I bring it up is because it shows up in the news literally like every week.
Yeah.
So many people still play it.
High in the news, yeah.
It's still like every freaking like
Go.
Pokemon Go. Like I still know plenty of people who play it. Like I used to, but there's so many people that I still know that play it.
Downtown in our hometown that I live in, they still have what? The game was no, it's okay. So they still have like giant events that happen downtown, and people are all over walking through the middle of a busy street, just being absolute idiots. And these are from the age of 8 to 80, I see people walking around our town doing this dumbass shit. Yeah.
I mean, that's why
that's a dumbass to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just because I don't necessarily I don't like play it anymore. It still shows up in the news. I try to, especially because, I do this weekly. There's still so many people that I know that still play this and everything. And even though personally, I don't, it's like, hey, there could be somebody out here sitting in chat right now that is like, fuck, I don't have to go outside. Cool. And now they know, Yeah. I mean, there's I know probably 4 people I could pull
Pokemon fix without leaving the house.
Exactly.
I still need my dang Mew.
Did Mew ever make it to Pokemon Go? I feel like that's it did.
Yes.
Oh.
Did it?
You have to do a quest to do the thing to get Mew, then serve. Yes, I did play the game.
I had to take a break. There was an intervention involved. Need
my Pokemon fix.
Hey, if they just make the MMO like we all want, just make the MMO and just be done. We'd all be happy. Just make the Pokemon MMO that we all want, and it'll be happy. It'll be great.
They really think that's gonna be a good game?
I feel like it could be.
I mean, if that's the case, it'll be the very best, like no one ever was. So.
Yeah, exactly. It can't be any worse than the other Pokemon games. I mean, and those have a great. I mean, they still sell.
I like the Nintendo DS ones and like the Nintendo Switch ones. Those are good games.
Yeah.
Gale of Darkness was a fire though. I'll put that out there.
I have not played. I played like 3 generations ago, and I was like, holy shit, what is all this new crap? And but no, I'd like an MMO would be fun. I would play an MMO. I would definitely play a Pokemon MMO. Like I was almost gonna get that the Temtem game and play it because it's Pokemon but not, and it also had co-op. Or Temtem, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. Temtem, yeah. I was like, whatever. Not the chocolate from Australia or whatever, or the cookie from Australia, but the other one.
Yes.
That one.
No idea.
Tim's.
You don't know what it is? Everybody was like playing it. Well, I mean, like a lot of people were playing it. If you're like in that, but yeah, it was all the rage. Like it's probably still people playing it now. But it was all the rage like a month ago when it came out. It was Pokemon, but not.
I probably looked at it and said, "What the hell are these people playing?" And then moved on.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna say that when I look at other games, like when I look at the skins in Apex, I'm like, "What the heck is he wearing?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's that in the news for all the people that care and all that for Pokemon Go people out there. Now you can stay inside. All right, who's echoing all of a sudden?
Is it me?
It might be you. I don't know. I just started within the last minute. Hello. There's a tiny little bit. Yeah, I hear it. I don't know. Where's my thingy?
Let's see. Could it be me? No.
Hello? This is a test. Am I still echoing? Nope. All right, cool. We're great. Whoever did something to fix it, you did a great job. All right.
You're welcome.
Somebody fixed something, and that's yeah, exactly. Moving right along. Something I think is really cool. Also, keeping up with the news things, as you guys who have been here on the show before, we kind of do news first and then all the gaming stuff later, because then also it's more fun while we talk gaming pros and cons while we're also a little more tipsy. News-wise, now with the Modelo virus and all that stuff that's going on right now, that's what I've been calling it because I find it more amusing. If you have a high-end GPU, a lot of companies are calling on all of us gamers, pretty much, to assist with the projected or potential cure of coronavirus by using your GPU, either when it's idle or when it's not idle, et cetera, et cetera. There's a couple different ways that you can set it up.
Running simulations.
Yeah, exactly. By running the simulations for all the tests. So, you guys know how when, obviously, if we all remember back in science class and all the little things, you run little tests, all that kind of stuff. Pretty much, they need a lot of computer hardware to do all that and all the different tests that are out there in the world. Simply put. Honestly, does anybody remember, before we go any further? I feel like all you guys might do remember
SETI back in the
Thank
day?
you. That's what I was about to. That's exactly what I was about to reference. Like, do you guys remember SETI doing this? Like, that's exactly what I thought of.
I had it on geez, man, probably a Pentium 2 or something. I would just leave the computer on all the time, and it would run stuff. And then every time you hit your dial-up, it would take the first 15 minutes of your dial-up bandwidth and talk back and forth. And it was kind of neat.
It was, and that's exactly what this reminds me of. And I think that's where they got their idea, because I haven't heard anything similar to that since SETI. But so what that was, for those of you guys don't get the reference or don't remember, it was the same kind of concept where SETI sent you this packet of data that they got from their satellites and trying to find aliens or other things out there in the universe. And they sent your computer this little packet of data, and while it was idle, it had a screensaver that you could do, which is the same thing like here. While it's idle, it will just analyze the data itself, on that computer. And then when it undoes it, it just will send it back the information of it analyzing it, the computational power of your computer analyzing it, and it sends it back to SETI or these companies and these hospitals and all that. So it's kind of the same process for it. And I think that's really cool. And that's exactly the reference where I was going to make Warlock, because I have not heard anything similar in years.
Right. And I think the technology behind all this is so much better now because everybody has broadband and they can continuously send you stuff, you know. And I mean, I'm running a 2080. I know you guys are. Not sure what you're running, Phoenix, but there's all kinds of power that just sits idle a lot of times.
Yeah.
Even right now.
I mean, yeah, and that's why there were literally 3-4 different articles that I saw over the last couple of days about this from different sites. So they're actually really reaching out to a lot of those people like us, all of you gamers out there who have these higher end cards that really aren't going to utilize majority of the time. Obviously, if you're in the middle of playing, you know, whatever, you know, you're playing Warzone and you need that, that's not when you use this. But you could set it up where if while you are idle, you can, you know, same kind of thing, while the computer's idle, it can analyze all this stuff. And it, you know, helps all these, you know, the coding for all this and trying to figure out cures and all that kind of stuff. I think it's really cool. There's, like I said, I'll put the links up in the Discord. I can do that even here while we're talking on the next subject. I think that's something that's really cool, honestly. I mean, like, I went ahead and downloaded it because why not? Like, for the times when I'm sleeping, like, I don't really see a downside. I mean, there are potential downsides, but I like to think positive of it.
Because there is a setting on here where you can just let it rip, you know, and it'll warm things up, which could potentially shorten the life of your hardware. But, you know, if you set it on a medium setting or whatever, you just let it go.
Yeah.
It's no big thing.
Just let it go while you're sleeping or while you're doing whatever on your PC. Or, you know, especially those of us with 2 PCs who, if you're not streaming, what's your stream PC doing? You know, like just let it let it do its thing.
It's hosting my bot.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, it takes so much to do that. But yeah, it's like it even lets you like choose which projects you want to like look at for involving coronavirus and all that. So there's a lot of different things. And like I said, it was very reminiscent of the old SETI thing to me. You get this cool little, you know, background thing that you could put up while it's running and all that, and because I actually like that. That was one of my favorite things about SETI, is that I could sit there and watch it analyze. Like, I would just let it go into idle.
It's a simulation of what you're potentially discovering.
Yeah.
And so it gives you like an almost sense of accomplishment
when
you're lending to the resources.
Yeah, I like to sit there and just watch it.
You're not actually doing that.
Let me pretend.
Great fantasy world.
I know it's not actually what I may or may not be doing, but I like watching the little things, and I like watching this spin around. All right, it makes me feel special.
I like finishing all 200 of whatever I'm crafting too. I mean, that sense of accomplishment means a lot.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah. So, but for all you guys out there in the world who have a GPU that's sitting there and want to help, you know, fund in your own way, shape, or form, because, you know, even not monetarily, this is a way to fund it just with stuff that you already have, honestly. You know, in
Hopefully
ways
they're not taking all your GPUs and trying to just break all encryption on the internet.
Yeah, that's to say. Like, I mean, I really hope that this doesn't turn into a way to, you know, somebody really is putting this all together really elaborately as a very mass pyramid scheme Bitcoin mining farm, you know, and just getting it all like linked up. You know, all of us are now playing into it, you know. I don't know. I like to not think that that's what's happening, you know.
It's like it's secretly Russia just trying to tear down the internet.
God damn it. Russia's going to keep me from playing Warzone ever again. They're going to fuck up my video card.
They used our video cards. Yep. Damn gamers. Gullible sons of bitches.
Mine's a Bitcoin, mine's a Moria right now, but soon someone like virus Balrog. Nope.
Bye. Yeah, exactly. See, like I said, I don't mind this. Like, you know, I'm not an idealist, but at the same time, like something like this, yeah, there's things that can go wrong or something like that or whatever way. But, you know, I'd like to think that, you know, hey, maybe I'm doing a little bit of good for something that's sitting there idle. That's good. Yeah, you know, that's the way that I try to look at it. You know, yeah, there are ways that can be taken advantage of or screw things over, but, you know, I try not to think like that overall. So, anywho,
it's fine.
But yeah, that's a cool little thing that I have there. Next thing, also talking about Modelo virus, as of Sunday, and it's jumped up even more since then. I was trying to find the numbers really quickly before stream, but as of Sunday at 9 a.m., over 20 million people were logged into Steam. The articles, and they're setting records because
a lot of people just sitting at home.
It's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah,
20
one of them
million people.
Now, so.
Over, yeah, exactly.
In the same.
Yeah, over 20. Well, not just logged in and playing. Not just logged in, like logged in and playing something. Like not just like idly sitting there.
Yeah, they had the highest concurrent user numbers ever.
Yeah. Yep. And I feel like over the next 2 weeks, it's only gonna get
Satisfactory isn't on Steam. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not even Satisfactory isn't on Steam yet for another couple weeks. Yeah, I'm always logged in, but yeah, actual concurrent people on there playing something, highest that they've had, and I feel like the next 2 weeks it's only gonna get bigger, and you know, because obviously the next 2 weeks are gonna be crazy, but I'm curious what we're actually going to get up to, though. That's the thing. It's like, okay, they're setting all these records. There's 20 million last Sunday, which is a shit ton of people.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to hit like 30 this week? Are we going to like...
I think we're going to hit 30.
Yeah.
At the end of the week, I think we're going to hit 30. I think there's going to be another 10 million people that probably they're like, I'm going to blow the dust off my PC sitting there that I bought and I'm never using.
And that's not even... You figure that's just Steam. That's not Fortnite, which is still that's not Fortnite or Epic. That's not League of Legends, which once again we talked last night. Again, everybody, if League of Legends network ever goes down, that is the apocalypse. We talked about this last night a little bit on my stream and all that. Don't want to go too in depth, but for those of you guys that were here for the Valorant thing, they have their own infrastructure, pretty much without a
PUBG has got nothing on. League of Legends.
Oh yeah, no, like. League of Legends has their own infrastructure. If League of Legends ever goes down, that's the end. It's the end times. The internet is done for if League of Legends ever goes down.
It's equivalent of of the Apple headquarters. Yeah, it's like they have a dedicated power facility. They have dedicated to the internet backbone. They have backdoors into every ISP. They have partnerships with every ISP. For everything. Their AC, it's crazy.
Yeah, they have they are. If their network ever goes down, if you ever can't log into League of Legends because something went down, not just for actual maintenance or something like that, just that's when you stock up on toilet paper. That's when you do it. That is the time, folks. Because
the end of the end times.
The end of the end times. That's
let everybody know that I have not bought any Panic toilet paper.
Thank you. The single living alone people among us out there really appreciate that, because I have 2 rolls that I bought 2 weeks ago left of a 4-pack because I live alone, so I only go through like 1 roll a week maybe. And you know what? I was like, hey, I might need to get another like 4-pack of toilet paper here in the next week. I might not be able to because fucking Karen bought 300 goddamn rolls because she's gonna start shitting herself.
PUBG has more players than League. There's no way.
No, it does not. Dirty. No, it does not.
No, it does not.
Nope. No.
Better part in it, you found it, my dude. I mean, I could make it.
Now that that's halted the show.
Yeah, I was like, there's.
Everything's on fire now.
Everything's on fire. God damn it. No, there's
one game online, League of Legends.
Yeah,
League of Legends.
Yeah. I always and forever will be League of Legends. Well, maybe not forever, but they are definitely the biggest.
I mean, PUBG's still up there.
Well, I mean, yeah, which I don't understand. But anyways. League of Legends is just, and they're 2 different style games, but it
2 million daily players in frickin' PUBG. Blech. I don't see it.
Mobile.
Well, mobile also is different.
We don't count mobile games, bro.
Mobile, I would say also is technically a different company, so there's also that. There's a couple different things with that there, but League still has the highest viewed game, highest played game. It's insane, and that's why they have their network and have made the money to establish their network. So yeah. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, whole shit ton of people on. Yeah, exactly. Well, I was gonna say whole shit ton of people on Steam. I'm really hoping we hit like 40 million in the next 2 weeks, just because I want to be like, hey, we hit 40 million. I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool.
Imagine.
Yeah, that's a shit ton of people sitting around.
Yeah, just what we need is all that lag on the servers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even last night, like, that's what started this, is all the servers started to go down. Like, Warzone or Battle.net got a DDoS attack, which I'm thinking it wasn't a DDoS. I'm just thinking it's all the motherfuckers who were like, hey, I have nothing else to do. I'm going to get on the new BR. And they just didn't have the server capacity for it. That's my guess. Just speaking as that, and they just kind of used the DDoS as an excuse, but... Or somebody could have been really bored and decided to DDoS Battle.net because they had nothing else going on during coronavirus. I guess it could go either way. I don't know. But
probably weren't happy with the current expansion of WoW.
Yeah. Yeah, they're busy doing all that. I think that it's only going to get we're only going to have more people online over the next couple of weeks, whether watching, playing, either way, because there's really not much else. There's only so many shows you can watch on Netflix and Hulu, so they're going to go somewhere. So
that's not true.
There's only so many good shows.
I can rewatch those seasons over and over again.
I have not watched anything besides Bob's Burgers on Hulu for the last like 6 months, over and over, and that's it. That's literally it. That's all I've watched. So I get it.
I have Crunchyroll, so I mean.
Dude, my Crunchyroll canceled.
Yeah.
You want to be friends?
It's okay. It's okay.
Aw.
There's still good
I
stuff
miss
on
my
Hulu.
Crunchyroll. No, actually, there's a decent amount of anime on Hulu now, more than there was, and then Netflix still has their good amount of anime. Yeah.
So
But it's all like unique. Yeah. But anyways, moving right along. Also, Nintendo Direct, which is not hosted like in a giant conference kind of thing and all that, so we don't have to worry about whether or not it happened, like E3 and all that kind of stuff. That happened recently. They talked about for those of you guys not familiar with it, all of their indie titles that are coming out. And why do I not have a link for that? I am just so failing tonight. I got so thrown off by everything that was going on. Anyways, Nintendo Direct. No, it's everything. I think everybody gets like a 2-week pass for how everything works this week.
There you go.
That's what I'm gonna go with. But Nintendo Direct happened, and a lot of the indie games were announced for them. All the things coming out for the Switch. A lot of good, interesting ones coming out for that. Where did that go? Oh, it's because it wasn't actually a link that copied. That's why it posted as plain text. I just copied all the links. Huzzah! There we go. Nintendo Direct happened yesterday, Tuesday. All the announcements, well, this was like posted from that. It was actually over the last couple of days. But 3/17, Indie World. All the Nintendo Switch things coming out to it. Multiple different ones listed. I'm not going to watch. This is a whole 20-minute show. If you guys did not see it and watch the Indie World Showcase. But that's the thing that I always enjoy about the Nintendo Direct is the kind of indie games. Because for me, that's kind of what Nintendo Switch and all that is. I don't play like the really kiddie games and all that kind of stuff. I like the indie games, which I miss from Xbox. I miss the 360 days where we had the more indie games. And that's not a presence anymore. So that's why I like about the Switch and all that. I like these kind of more indie games and things. I like seeing all the different sides of it because it's a little bit more approachable also of a platform, so it's not as high end. So they have a couple new things coming out. Indie Direct, the Nintendo Direct from their Indie Showcase. The couple notable ones I'll point out and talk a little bit more as we're going through, but the ones that they mentioned on here: Blue Fire, 3D platformer. It's being made by Graffiti Games. Out this summer. Baldo is a JRPG inspired game. It looks like a Ghibli movie. I remember watching that. It actually looked really cool during the video. But I'm a huge anime person, so I'm very biased. I Am Dead is a puzzle game. It uses X-ray vision to unravel the ancient mysteries of an island called Shelmerston. Shelmerston. There we go. That launches later this year. Bark, family-friendly side-scrolling shooter that stars animals. Interstellar Arc, it'll be out later this year. A lot of these are later this year. The one that I liked, obviously, because I have a terrible sense of humor, is Cyanide and Happiness, Freakpocalypse. Post-apocalyptic game set in the loosely connected universe of Cyanide and Happiness webcomic series. It'll be out this summer. Question, and I needed those people, because Fee, you did not go to South. Did you go to South? You didn't go to South, did you?
Yes, I did go to South.
You did go to South? Did I see you at South? I don't even remember if I saw you at South.
I don't think we saw
I don't think I saw you at South.
I literally missed a lot of people.
Yeah, I would say like
she was there. I saw her everywhere.
Oh well, yeah, maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. I don't know. Whatever. I saw a lot of people also, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, I couldn't remember. But do we remember? So there was the Cyanide and Happiness game. My question is this like the same game? Do you guys remember the one that was at South? I couldn't like find in my notes.
I don't recall.
There was a Cyanide and Happiness game at South that was kind of like a click adventure, like an old school like side screen clicking adventure type of thing, where you were like, hey, interact this or whatever. And I'm wondering if this is the same one they demoed, because the humor was definitely there, and I'm wondering if it's the same game that was at South that I played, but I played it like Sunday as they were getting ready to pack up because I was busy the rest of the time. So I was wondering if either of you guys had played it and remember, but I didn't find it in my notes or anything from South. But if it is, or even if it's not, Cyanide and Happiness is hilarious, and if you like dark humor and all that, it's fucking amazing. So that'll be amusing. Summer and Mara, a story about growing up and protecting nature. It gives off strong Stardew Valley vibes, focused primarily on farming. It comes out this spring. Developers apparently don't care about release date named Synergy. Oh, that's their joke. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, like, wait, huh? Oh, it's summer in Mars, so they're saying they should have released in summer. I get it. Whatever. So that comes out this spring. Quantum League is a multiplayer shooter with a time paradox mechanic. This one I'm actually kind of intrigued about after watching it. Each round you're joined by echoes of your past self. So it's a shooter on Switch that as every round, like the past like a ghost, like you guys remember like speed running or like Need for Speed and all that kind of stuff. You had the ghost car.
Didn't that's called Try and do something like this too. I don't
remember that one. I never played it.
It was an indie game.
Okay, well, maybe that's where they got the idea. That's why, like, this kind of looked, because it was like, hey, now you have all these ghosts kind of running, like, where you went last game. It was kind of cool to see the concept. Now, 5 rounds in or something like that, that would just be a shit show. But a cool little concept. I'll see. This is one that I'm going to be kind of, like, looking at for an indie game, you know, just a different concept of, you know, a multiplayer shooter. One, it being on Switch is always interesting to see, you know, more gamer games on Switch rather than platformers and things like that. But also that's something a little different. And then
I think that one was on East actually, because they were doing demonstrations of, I believe, that particular game, and I was actually giving it a try, and it was something really interesting to test.
Oh, okay.
So I think I remember playing that one a little bit though.
Okay.
So.
D, did you see it at East maybe?
Yeah, I saw that one at East. I didn't see the Cyanide and Happiness one. I was trying to actually look for more games to try there, but I did want to see that one.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it? All right. Well, there we go. Well, we have a half vouch that it was kind of interesting. There we go, guys. I mean, that's better than reading through it like doing it, because that's like I just have this. I wasn't gonna show the 20-minute video during the web show, so you know they have all this. From what I saw of the video, I thought it looked kind of neat. Good Life. Deadly Premonition RPG, people turning into dogs and cats at night, which kind of amuses the fuck out of me. Your goal is the same as that of most dogs and cats, to solve a murder. It doesn't have a release date, but I think that sounds fucking amazing. I don't know. I like, if that is like a $15.99 or a $14.99 game, I am getting it, because that just sounds fucking hilarious. You know, because you turn into dogs and cats at night and then try and solve a murder. I don't know what else you really need to know about that one. That just sounds amusing. Last Campfire, new project from Hello Games, makers of No Man's Sky. So hopefully they are a little bit better off than last game release. Focusing on a much smaller adventure of a little blue guy with an interest in compassion, empathy, and finding hope. There wasn't really much even in the video really about it. It's just kind of like, hey, it's one of those teaser kind of things. So take what you want from that. Maybe they are erring more on the side of caution now after No Man's Sky in terms of game details pre-launch, if I had to guess, because there's really not that much about it. because they kind of fucked up on the No Man's Sky side of things with saying they were going to have all this stuff and then didn't. So that's my guess there. Pixel Junk Eden 2, latest long-running Pixel Junk series, real-time based on your actions. Faria is a card battler with a living board. Eldest Souls, boss rush, hack and slash. Sky Racket is a shoot 'em up, but you bounce projectiles around with a tennis racket. Interesting. Moving Out is a physics-based moving simulator. I played Moving, I feel like. And
the Ragdoll one?
I think kinda, if I remember correctly, it was like kind of like Ragdoll. You had to like do, but it had to do. It was more like a physics engine, but it wasn't the greatest like physics engine. It was a very physics based engine. You had like the tables and things like that, and you had to move the shit. And it was very awkward. So if it is the same one that I'm thinking, I hope it does. I hope it works better than the other one. Exit the Gungeon. Follow up to the beloved roguelite Enter the Gungeon. I don't know if you guys have played Enter the Gungeon or at least heard of it. Enter the Gungeon. Yeah. That's one that, you know, I'm sure we all at least recognize. That actually launched. So to end up this, so that actually launched yesterday on the Switch.
Oh, on Switch.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Exit the Gungeon is out now on Switch. Ooh, excuse me. Which is cool. Enter the Gungeon, obviously, you know, that roguelike kind of thing. If you guys haven't played it, fun game. A lot of fun. Exit the Gungeon, just the follow-up, you know, to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's really not much more to say about it. If you like the first one, you'll probably like the second one. It's out now. Go get it, you know? But that's really about it. Those were, like, the games that they released during the Indie Direct thing. I don't know if you guys reading through the articles had any that you're interested in that I like touch based on. Like I said, I pointed out the one or two. The Switch to me is like an indie system at this point, you know. So that's why I pay attention to it. I don't know.
The what is it? The one that one of the ones you mentioned earlier. The Studio Ghibli one does pique my interest too.
Oh yeah, the art style of it. If I'd probably have to. It's towards the. I don't want to try and find it in the video. But yeah, the art style is, yeah, it does look cool. And I like that. Like, I've played games just for the art style before, hands down. So that one, definitely. I want to do, like, try out the shooter, because I at least have my Pro controller on the Switch. I can still, like, you know, use sticks a little bit. I still remember how, I think. I haven't used them in, like, 6 months.
Funny.
Yeah.
I saw you pick up an Xbox controller not too long ago to play with someone on Apex.
Yeah, I don't remember when that was though. I feel like it was a while ago. I feel like it's been 6 months since I picked up an Xbox controller. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, I know D, you have a Switch, but you know, a lot of it I think is for the kids and that. Any of these like
honestly, I bought the Switch to play that Marvel Alliance with you, and then I bought it to play Pokemon, and then I stopped playing that after like 2 weeks. And then you know, Zelda, of course. I bought the game, I haven't even loaded it up, and like that's one of my favorite freaking titles. Dude,
the Zelda game is great, honestly. So worth even like just doing on stream. Just fuck it. You said you need your hours anyways. Just log on like this weekend and just play Zelda Breath of the Wild. It is worth it, dude. It is a great title. Honestly, it really is.
You can spend the first 3 hours of that game just opening up the map.
Yeah, yeah. Seriously, that's the only bad thing I will say about it is that I wish they just embraced the like Skyrim side of it a little more. Like I wish they just would have gone RPG just that little bit, because they kind of like teased a little bit. They're like, hey, we're gonna have all these different items and there's this and this and that, but we don't really want to go RPG. Like, we don't want to give you stats. We don't want to give you this. We don't want to do any of that stuff. We're just gonna give you durability on your weapons for some stupid fucking reason. And, you know, your Master Sword breaks after 3 goddamn swings.
It's a legitimate game mechanic.
It is when you have other mechanics of RPGs around it. As I said, like it's like they teased. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's like. It's like they were like, we're gonna make an RPG. No, no, you know, and that's like, I just wish they would have just embraced it a little bit more, and I think it would have done a lot better. I think they kind of teetered the line a little bit. It was still a great fucking game. That's just me personally. I love my RPGs, so I will always want that side of the line over the other one, you know.
I mean, there's BOTW too, so
I mean, hopefully, you know, we can dream, but definitely
they do have a teaser trailer.
Definitely worth it, D.
Yeah, I mean, I've sat next to about 8 people on planes playing it. I've seen probably a quarter of the game.
Well, you got to experience it. It's different if you actually experience it yourself.
I don't know. I need to play it.
Yeah, you should. You should. Yeah. Moving right along. That was Nintendo stuff. Moving right along. The last thing for news-wise, which I think is the most interesting, and we were already kind of starting to talk about a little bit before the show. I know Warlock already said a couple words, and I kind of am excited about it too, is the new stats more so were released about the Xbox Series X. We already talked about all the stats. There weren't many new releases that we haven't already talked about on the show, honestly. The one main thing that stands out, though, that they did talk about is the storage expansion part of the new Xbox Series X. And what that is, and I'll switch back over to this.
It's going to be an item that ends up making the final cost of this thing over $1,000.
So much more. So much more if you decide to do this. So that little slot, if everybody remembers when they saw like the dev and the teaser and somebody leaked the image of what was on the back and everybody was speculating what that slot was, what that is the storage expansion slot. But even more so than that, not just like a USB external hard drive plug-in. What this is a little tiny, smaller than a PS1 memory card size, essentially NVMe hard drive. So you know the brand new technology for solid state drives, guys, that, you know, 1 gig that I just put a new one into my streaming PC, a 1 gig one on there that cost $300 or something like that. Little NVMe drive. So that's the card itself. This is a portable one this big that plugs into the back of your Series X now for an external storage expansion.
Extra terabyte, yeah.
As long as it's not a proprietary, you know, connection.
No, it is.
So, well, they...
me now.
100%, and there's only one vendor that's going to be making them to start with.
To start with, it's Seagate. They do... It's not only Seagate, though. So they're making it not only proprietary. They have Xbox Ones, and then but they're opening it up for other vendors to make them.
Yeah, third party retailers.
Third party. So they have the Xbox One at launch, they have the Xbox One, and they have the Seagate one at launch. So they're going to be able to have different sizes and all that. But still, just to me, and I think Warlock, when he saw this also, I could hear his ideas going. I already know, but like the what this means just for the NVMe side of things, having just a plug and play NVMe, like to me, that's more what I take from this more than anything.
It's going to have a proprietary controller to actually be plug and play. You're not going to be able to pull that thing out while it's on.
Yeah.
If it's true.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No.
So that means a whole new controller, which is going to drive the cost up.
The other thing too would be that would be the easiest way to unlock these Xboxes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hard drive.
Yeah. You're able to bypass everything and use that port. I mean, that would be insane. That means the controller would have to be locked down. That means it would be super expensive to have any third parties do it.
Slow it down because of all that overhead.
Yeah. You're not going to get the performance because you're essentially putting some type of encryption layer between the 2 points. And computers are going to be better.
So going back to 2 months ago, just quick touch back. How much do we think the Xbox Series X is going to cost? We'll revisit that. What are we looking at now?
I said 700. I stuck with my 700.
Yeah.
I still think they're going to sell it at a loss to begin with. It'll be $600 to $650.
Yeah.
649 is my guess.
I think that'll be like close to a 40% loss though. Like they're gonna.
They already have all the hardware out. There's a whole teardown of these things now. So yeah, if you take into account actual consumer cost instead of volume pricing,
sure,
that might be the case. But I think they could sell it at right around a 20% loss, which is something they've done before.
Yeah, they did that for all the previous consoles as well.
Yeah.
Since the Xbox 360.
Oh, for sure.
They sold for a loss for the first 2 years. But I mean, PlayStation did as well.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 and above. Because PlayStation 2 cost $600 to make originally, and they sold it for $400.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Fee? What are you're the only one, like, I know these guys' opinions on what it's going to cost. What are you thinking? I don't know if you've really looked at all the specs and all that, so.
It's pretty much like, it's like just under like one of my rigs, pretty much. So that costs
Are you a
easy
PC gamer exclusively?
I do play a bit of PC, yeah. I do play PC, Xbox, I'm a variety. But I do play some PC. I want to say it's going to be very pricey, but they might price drop, especially for the holidays. I'm going to guesstimate the initial like high end is going to be closer to 7 to 8, and the mid tier they decide to come out with at 5. That's my ranges because of what they're going to put out there. But the loss they need to be able to put out with what they're going to bundle, what they're going to do for games for the release. Like Halo is going to be the biggest, like highest sell point to go with it.
Yeah,
exactly, which won't come with it. So if they're lucky, they'll get it with the game. And
they'll paint one green and call it a special edition for an extra $50.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think the 700 is where we're looking right now. This, like you said, D, the same thing. It's like, is this coming out? All the things that are now coming in, like you said, with the whole unlocking thing, and then also having to, add in the buffers, or, for lack of a better term, all these other things. Like, there's a lot more that, 2 weeks ago, before we knew that this was the expansion slot, that are now in this, and now it's a whole lot more. But on the other side of it, this is all an interesting side of technology where this could, a plug and play NVMe would be really fucking cool.
It's running a Ryzen 7.
Yeah, Ryzen 7 in the micro case.
Yeah.
Video card. Yeah, it's basically a micro ATX.
Yeah.
And it's a PC. Because it's using all DirectX 11 or 12.
12
API.
Yeah, it's 12, if I recall from the specs.
Compatible to 11.
Yep.
Which means it's running some form of Windows. So yeah, I see these things getting hacked day one.
Unfortunately,
that level of hardware, they're selling it at a loss. I'll buy one, put full Windows on it if I can.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah, do that. Hey, you want a budget stream PC?
Right into the back of that.
Yeah, I would say you want to buy a budget stream PC. There you go. There's your budget stream PC right there. I mean,
it can't stream. That can't do anything. That has 2 USB ports. That's a shitty stream PC.
Well, I'm just saying, like the hardware-wise for it or whatever, it's a secondary PC that you can put. You could easily, like, Warlock was saying, put a whole, I mean, back when I used to fuck with that kind of shit, I was mainly a Linux person, but you could put a whole, whole nother, operating system and all that kind of shit on it and just, run to your heart's content and just do whatever you want.
Another Connect.
Yeah, we're not, I don't think they're ever going to try and do another Connect thing.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I never had any issues with Kinect. I think they fucked up by basing a system around the Kinect. That was where they messed up, I think. But that's my own personal opinion. Having to buy both.
VR is still going to be the way to go, though. So
I mean, it's we've talked a lot about VR the last couple of weeks with different things coming out, and actually, that's the next topic is the new games. But VR, how it plays out over the next generation is going to be very interesting. How what games or what the headsets and everything, what they all entail, etc. I think because personally, VR at its current state, I don't really care about. I don't like being on rails. I don't like that. But I mean, there's a lot of potential, and this VR craze because there are crazes in VR and 3D and all that. I will say this VR craze has lasted longer than previous ones. So I feel like maybe it'll keep actually getting to a higher point that it should be. Maybe.
I mean, isn't
Go ahead, D.
Oh, I was gonna say, isn't Facebook still leading the market for VR?
I feel like it is, yeah, because it just the last time I saw, I feel like if it's not, it's very damn well close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what this particular box is going to do, this Xbox, is going to push the whole RTX thing kind of mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
The developers are really going to start utilizing that toolkit now that it's going to be
on a console as well.
Base. Yeah, it's going to be on a. Yeah, it's going to be worth their while at this point to figure it out and how to optimize it.
Mm-hmm. Which will be nice because I have, a really expensive card, so I'd like the RTX that was, RTX, which I didn't really, I kind of cared about, but I didn't. But it'd be nice to actually, have that in games.
Minecraft look cool.
Yeah, and Battlefield 5. Yeah, Battlefield 5 had RTX. Yeah, that was great.
That game sucked.
Exactly. But Battlefield 5, guys. Battlefield 5, it came with majority of our RTX cards,
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I really don't even like. Anthem was the only game I ran the RTX on, the actual ray tracing. Anthem looked amazing.
Anthem was a gorgeous game for that first 12 hours.
6120.
I'd have to pull up the old things, but yeah, that sounds about right. Because it's the 12 teraflop. Yeah, I went more into it in that other article. A little bit, we already talked. The only new thing that we hadn't already talked on the show was mainly that NVMe drive. Everything else we kind of covered. Everything else was all the same, the GPU, everything. So, although I did see, actually, I think today I saw an article, didn't they? And I think I just saw it on my phone as I was getting on. I don't know if you guys saw this. I think was it them or somebody, didn't they partner now with AMD? Didn't Microsoft or something, isn't that, did anybody see that?
They've been doing that since
yeah, but something for the new consoles or whatever, and I didn't see, I saw it as I was getting on, not enough worth making a big thing out of, but it was a weird, it popped up in a,
has been running AMD GPUs for forever.
But it was some new article that popped up just on my Twitter feed and all that. That it was something about them with AMD. So I didn't see a real article about it. But I didn't know if any of you guys had seen it or anything like that. But it was something AMD partnership pushing something like that. I don't know. It's neither here nor there because I didn't have the time to research it hardcore for the show, so that's why I was just if either of you guys had, and if any of you guys had seen it as well. It was just something that I noticed on Twitter as I was getting everything sorted. I see D researching over there.
Yeah, I'm researching. I see some stuff, but nothing.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's why I didn't think that it was worth the time of me researching it. So that's why I was I'll save it for next week if worst case scenario, if it turns into something.
Yeah, the
hardcore.
Thing that I see is we're committed to launching holiday 2020.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Despite even coronavirus and everything else, they're we're still launching. It's okay, cool. That's all that matters.
Well, apparently they released something that said coming Thanksgiving 2020, and they said that was an error, and it's holiday 2020.
Oh. Warlock said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out. You guys are boring."
No, I'll be right back.
No worries. No worries. You just leave the fucking chair empty. I don't fucking care. I mean, we've all done it. Everybody takes their 30 I would say everybody takes their 30 seconds during the show while we're all talking and all that. So the Shane whispers, hey, best beard on Mixer right there, man. Best beard on Mixer. But yeah, that's really all the news that I have this week, guys, with all the fun stuff. I know it was not really as much. I try to separate the news from the gaming news and all that. So that's all the general news stuff, which, we're a little bit in, but we got sidetracked for other reasons. Ugh. And having to fix shit because, you know, something always breaks and something needs moving. But onto gaming shit.
Yes.
New games. New games coming out is the main part of all this topic. New games coming out. Animal Crossing, Doom, and Half-Life in the next week before the next show. Doom comes out. I know D's really excited. 2 days. Shroud was already playing it. I didn't watch it. I was busy setting up that shit. That's why you were like, oh my god, there's 6,000 people. Like, how is this thing? Shroud obviously had early access. I still have a bad taste in my mouth from Doom because of the Google Stadia thing. But I mean, the game itself didn't seem bad. It was more the Google Stadia. Yeah. it was more the Google Stadia thing from West. It wasn't Doom itself.
Yeah.
But, and then Animal Crossing also releases on the 20th. And then Half-Life Alexa releases 22nd?
And that's the VR, right?
That's the new VR. First Half-Life title in however long. 22nd, I think. It releases the Tuesday. I would normally have the thing. So 24th, I believe it releases.
I don't know.
Think of it like, oh my gosh, what's that one other game? Stardew Valley, but like more like in real time Stardew Valley with characters trying to pay off your debt to a dude who keeps stacking up debts while you're trying to make friends and neighbors. So.
And that's what I've never understood. Like, I've never played it and all that. And I kind of want to. I kind of want to get it.
Raccoon.
But I always thought it was funny that the main focus of the game is like, hey, you're in debt to the mayor. Like, you're literally like, you're in debt to... I think of it like every meme that I've seen and all that, because I may be tainted by the memes. But I'm like, okay, so the mayor is a bookie. And, you know, pretty much you owe him money. That's pretty much the basis of the game, is you owe this guy money and you're trying to just make friends and pay off your money, you know?
Yep.
You know, you're paying off your debt. That's, you know, but I take it to the more adult side of things.
That's a great thing to teach these young kids.
Yeah.
Pay off your debts.
Yeah, pay off your debts, you know? I never played any others. Obviously, Fee has played because she was already talking about it a little bit. And so many people are fucking excited for it. I'm not opposed to getting it, but, you know.
It was the most popular section of East.
Mm-hmm.
The Animal Crossing, everything. I mean, I stood in line to get an Animal Crossing pin, which I still have to send to Scarberry. Her daughter really loves Animal Crossing, and she's like, hey, could you
Also,
go get
Isabel
me this
memes
pin?
come from Animal Crossing. Isabel memes.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what those are. I'd have to Google it.
Yeah, Isabella is very popular when it comes to Animal Crossing, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I know is, like, she's like, hey, go to, I don't know, the what is it, the acronym for the Animal Crossing, so AC or whatever. She's like, can you go to AC? I'm like, get it AC. I'm like, what is AC? I'm like, you're gonna have to explain this to me.
I think Assassin's Creed when I hear AC.
That's what I think too. I'm like, okay, Assassin's Creed. It's over by Assassin's Creed. I'm like, there's no Assassin's Creed here. I'm like, what the hell is going on? She's like, no, it's Animal Crossing. I'm like, oh, well, couldn't you just said that? Jesus. I'm like, I've never played this game. And the line, you had to sign into your Nintendo app and then take a screenshot of your Nintendo sign-in and then get in the line for your Nintendo sign-in to get a pin. It was crazy. I mean, thousands of people around Animal Crossing. It was...
Yeah, it's definitely all the rage, hands down. I don't fault it at all. I might get it just to try it, but I've never played any of them. I don't know.
I'm gonna come into your stream and relentlessly tease you if you play.
I mean, I've played worse. I mean, come on.
You have, but I'm still gonna come tease you.
That's fine.
Just the way that it works, man.
That's fine. That's fine. It's another view. God damn it.
That's right. It's content.
CCV, exactly. It's for the content. That's why I play Fortnite every 6 months. Once every 6 months. It's for the content, for the memes.
For the memes.
Yeah.
I'll probably pick up Animal Crossing Doom Eternal because I want to know what the heck happens in the next Doom. So, you know. And
yeah, is there like
it's not Half-Life 3.
Yeah, is there like the story continuation of Doom? Like what I know the story of Doom, but like this one, like is it retconning the other ones? Is it like what is going on here? Like do we know the story of the new one?
I think it's supposed to be like part 2, the continuation of the first one. That's why it piqued my interest. I was like, Doom. I thought it was like some kind of like spin off, but no, it's actually the sequel to the Bethesda Doom. So now I actually get to see what happens.
Okay.
Not gonna spoil. So yeah.
Got it. No, that's fine. I personally didn't know, so that's why I was like,
That's why I'm intrigued. So OG Doom is lit. Yes.
I mean, I think OG Doom as, I mean, my OG Doom is, that was the first game that I ever played as a kid. I remember, you know, going around the fucking pixelated fucking walls and shit. That's my OG Doom.
Was Doom 2 the horror, like, kind of sort of one where everything like creeped up on you and made weird sound effects and stuff? Doom 2 or whatever it was? That one freaked me out, but it was good, considering it wasn't like traditional Doom or the newer Doom. So
yeah.
I don't remember.
Party and Doom was fun.
Yeah, I don't remember. Doom Party. Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
I like Duke Nukem. I played Duke Nukem a lot more than I played Doom.
Duke Nukem in the N64. Missed that game.
I played on PC. I was still a PC gamer back then.
Yeah, me too.
I was too broke to have a PC, so.
They were really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first PC FPS I played was probably Wolfenstein. So my mom actually got me into that, and I played the 3D one. She showed me all the secrets, and then she kicked the crap out of like the mecha boss on that. So
Mecha Hitler.
Mecha Hitler, yeah.
The good old days, Mecha Hitler. They're actually, I think I saw that the next one is coming out here in the near future, actually.
Yes.
Of the new Wolfensteins and all that. I think, did we talk about that a couple weeks ago? I feel like we might have. It might be, it's coming out in like the near future. Somehow it popped up in the news and all that.
They came out with one not too long ago.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, not too long ago. I think one came out or something like that.
One, and then they're coming out with like a prequel.
Yeah, that's what it, yeah, something like that. There's something like some in between. Yeah, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's some like in between or something like that. I know we watched the trailer for it. The pros and the cons of running this show, guys, I literally read and watch so many videos and articles. I can't remember when I talked about it or when I saw any of this shit. And I'm just like, I have no reference of time because I literally just scour gaming news at this point to find shit for the fucking show. And it's just like, it's 2 months worth of just gaming shit. It's like, oh, this is far in the future. This is here. This is, yeah, all this other kind of shit. So, but yeah, obviously, I'm excited for Half-Life, of course, because I'm partial to that. But I don't have a VR system, so I'm gonna just live vicariously through whoever has it. I guess I'm gonna have to watch somebody stream who is doing it, or you know, find friends that have it. Like I do have friends that have VR. But I'm not, you know, we're all under quarantine. So, I mean, like, I'm not supposed to, like, go and hang out with them.
You're definitely going to get whatever the other person has.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, so that kind of puts a hamper on those plans. But I really want to play Half-Life, damn it. You know?
You're going to get pink eye borrowing that
Yeah.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I don't have to go to work for a while afterwards. So it's all good. I don't go back to work for like another fucking I'm slated till like fucking May at this point. I'm out of work. It's fucking bullshit.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. A month and a half. Bullshit. So your boy's gonna be selling feet pics. So it's all good. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I hope they don't shut us down for that long. I'm gonna have to do something drastic, like get a real job.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I mean, I couldn't. There's nothing else around. You know what I'm saying? We're all shut down. My area,
Costco
we are built around fucking tourism.
Grocery stores are hiring stalkers.
Stalkers, I bet.
That's literally what I mean, shit, that's what I'm about to fucking do or something.
Per aisle, so nobody's close enough to each other to do any damage.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be switching to daytime streams so that way I can fucking do that at night or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'd say that, you know, maybe I should have put my mechanical engineering degree to better use, but I don't know that that would be helping me more right now either way. So
everyone's getting 1K.
Yeah, wait, that hasn't been announced or whatever. And either way, 1K doesn't even pay my rent. So
yeah, it wouldn't pay my rent.
Because depending on where you're at, Yeah, I need over 2K a month to stay afloat where I'm at.
Yeah.
Living in a Disney bubble ain't cheap.
No.
You know. So, anyways, moving right along. But yeah, no, honestly, I know D, you're excited for Doom. We talked Animal Crossing. We talked Half-Life a little bit. Warlock, any opinions on any of the new games? Those are like the couple new games that I saw that were coming out. Are you getting any of them?
Oh yeah, I already got the Doom Eternal on pre-order.
Okay.
I played Doom 2016 like all the way through 3 times. You know, so it's my jam. It's what I like.
There you go.
Yeah.
It definitely was a lot of, it seems like a lot of fun. I'm not opposed to it in the least at all.
I think that Doom 2v1 content will be good.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, so 2 demons versus 1 marine.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see that. What's that all about?
So they just introduced a new multiplayer mode where it allows 2 of your friends to become demons and then go against you, the marine.
Oh,
So
interesting.
Yeah, so they just added a new multiplayer mode into it just for shits and giggles. They might even have like some type of leaderboard or
Nice.
I'm not sure, they haven't.
That sounds cool. I mean, nothing wrong with a 2v1.
At least it's yeah. At least it's innovative, right?
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's something a little different.
It's not something we're seeing all over the place. They're not putting a BR in Doom, so
No.
yay.
Yeah.
Thank God.
BR and Doom, everybody just getting the fucking one of the rocket launchers or some other bullshit.
No. I think a BR in Doom would only work as if the circle touches you, you just jib. Right
Just
away.
exactly, just immediately die.
Yeah. It is hell after all.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. But yeah, no. Animal Crossing and Doom come out the same day, which I think is perfectly fine because the people who are playing Animal Crossing probably aren't playing Doom and vice versa. Like, I mean, it's total different. There's a minimal crossover in that Venn diagram, but I think majority of the client base is very far separated, and I think that's fine. And then Half-Life releases before the next web show. It releases next Tuesday. So maybe
And for me, Doom actually releases tomorrow because it's releases at 12 Eastern, so 9 p.m. PST.
Okay, yeah.
So it's actually tomorrow night. It's less than 24 hours.
So tune in to Disciple a Mixer, to be playing it.
Be playing that, tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I mean,
sounds good.
And they're gonna have co-op, right? So we could technically all go through the game together. I don't know if it's 4-player co-op, but
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah.
If I can get a copy, I'd be down to try.
Yeah. I mean, it's
right.
I always love co-op games. I miss co-op games being more of a thing. But also in this day and age, it's hard to organize co-op things. Like I saw the meme, especially, it applies to online life as well, but also in my service industry. It's like, hey, all the chefs and all the service industry people, we all got the same night off for once, and now we're not allowed to go out, and all the bars are closed. Fuck. It's like for the first time ever, everybody has the same night off, and now nobody's allowed to go out, and the bars are closed. Fuck.
Nope.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yep. So, but anyways, that's really all that was coming out this month. So the next week for, things for being stuck on quarantine, it's not a bad, if you're looking at a new game, it's not a bad week because this is the week for it all to happen. So it's all new stuff coming out. Other new fun things. Wait, where is it? Normally I'm a little more ahead of the time. Control, because you guys know I fucking love Control. Absolutely amazing.
When it came out.
Dude, amazing game. Everybody did, and everybody should. Everybody should. It's a fucking amazing game. Amazing fucking game. We've talked about it a couple times. We talked it when I think last time we talked was when JoJo and Pop were on. Was the last time that we talked about the show, or talked about Control a little bit. But they released the trailer for their let me see, yeah, it's embedded like in here. They released the teaser trailer for the new expansion, so it's set to release on March 26th, so after the next web show. But So first trailer and details for the upcoming DLC. So there we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. And it wouldn't let me unembed it. No, go away. Because it kept pulling me back to this page. So I had to do... There we go.
Trench is dead.
But the first expansion DLC goes live on the 26th.
Orders are orders.
And how long are we expecting?
Even if they come from a
gameplay-wise out of this?
They haven't said.
How long did you get out of the original?
The original probably about 10 maybe 12 hours. Realistically. It wasn't a long game. Depends on how good you are, honestly, at puzzles.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I played that long in Satisfactory all in one sitting.
Yeah.
Satisfactory, I got it a week ago.
What a mess.
This looks cool.
But honestly, like I know it like sounds short. Like even the original game, like I tell people, like it sounds short. It's like 10 to 15 hours of content roughly. It depends on how good you are at puzzles and that. But realistically, it was an amazing game, amazing story, everything else. I will buy this. I will play this expansion, even if it's an extra 3 hours, honestly, of content for the first expansion.
You pay for it? Ugh. The game was already at $60. I mean, you paid $60 for 10
Was it $60? I don't think it was 60. Was it?
Not so.
I don't think it was
How much is a
$60.
movie? $15 now? Do you go almost 20 for a 3D movie?
Oh yeah. I mean,
And that's kind of the thing. Like, yeah, that's what I'm equating it to. Is that I don't think it was 60. Let me hold on. Let me pull up Epic right now because it's through the Epic thing. Let me see how much control. I don't know. Yeah, obviously I can't speculate how much it was when it first came out, but I don't think it was a full 60.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I just look at stuff like that, you know.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
I 100% agree. But like, there's so much story and everything, honestly, on this game, that to me is so much better than anything else that's out there. It's like Alan Wake, everything else.
yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, well, Alan Wake, the same people... Oh, you weren't here for that. Same people who made Alan Wake, a lot of the writers and developers for that made Control.
Yeah.
So it's actually in the
Control
same
was-
universe.
The only reason I didn't buy it is because I watched you play it.
Yeah, there are Easter eggs of Alan Wake being in the same universe as Control, all the things that are happening there. You find them. Yeah, so that's what I want to see develop also. So all the shit from Alan Wake. I see Alan Wake. Okay, so I don't see... Hold on. Library. So it's in my library. Hold on.
Yeah, I know you bought it on there.
Yeah, no, I brought it, but I can't find it, like, searching for it. So I'm having a hard time seeing what the price is of it. I don't know if one of you guys can pull it up, because it's not letting me pull it up in the store for whatever reason. I don't know why. I can't pull up the store page for it. But like either way, like even if it's 15
$59.99 right now.
It's $59.99. I mean,
No, it didn't go up.
yeah, exactly. So it didn't go up. I mean, even still, I don't know. I have spent $60 and gotten disappointed so many times.
I absolutely agree with that.
So, I think that's why that's why I don't mind this. I'm not saying that $60 is, something that we should be willing to spend on 15 hours of content, but I have spent $60 and gotten 10 hours of content and been disappointed. So
I've spent 100.
Yeah,
120.
yeah, exactly. So I 100%. Even $60, whatever. I think this is worth it. If it's $20 for the DLC, I think it's worth it. I absolutely vouch for this game. End all, be all, do it. My own personal opinion.
It's a good game. I just haven't pulled the trigger just because of that price. Now, if it was at the $30 price point, it's a no-brainer.
And it's hard when you've already seen a lot of the content and that, and I get that. Right. If you're a secondary person, a lot of people who are out there viewing and all that. If you've already seen me play it, etc., you're not going to buy it because you're not going to pay $60 because it's a story-based game. You already know what happens.
Story-based game, right?
So I get
know
that
3/4 of the entire game, and so it's like for me the lack of trying to spend $60 is great,
and that part of it makes sense. But if you haven't seen any of it, totally worth it, 110%. But yeah, the new content, I don't see the expected hours and everything of it. We'll see what that actually plays out. I will be playing it when it comes out because god damn it, I fucking love this game. It's absolutely amazing. I loved Alan Wake when it came out. Like this is the style of game that I fucking love. Like enough narrative that you know it's amusing. Like there's the action sequences. Like it has that single player, that RPG. It like really, you know, brings you into the story element. And I absolutely love it. So I cannot wait. And that comes out on the 26th. So it's nice that I wasn't expecting it this soon. I know they did say that they were going to bring something out this spring. But the fact that comes out, you know, in less than 2 weeks is awesome. You know, simply case in point. You know, I'll stream it and Disciple can watch it. I don't know.
That's what's going to happen for sure.
Warlock, Fee, Warlock, I don't think you played it. Fee, did you play it at all? Control?
Are you talking about Alan Wake?
Or either one.
Control?
Either one.
I've actually never had a chance to play Alan Wake, and I've always been curious to give it a try, but I played other different like genres of horror. Control looked interesting. It reminds me of a couple other games I remember back in the day. But that looks like it'd be something I would definitely try like in the near future because I like messing with like there was an old game like with psychokinetic kind of style of like, you know, moving stuff, and I remember diving into stuff like that, and it just stuff like that always piqued my interest, like, you know, diving into the mind and psychoanalysis, and I almost actually got a degree out of that too. So
yeah, that's a lot of the game, the storyline, everything. Just kind of the whole time you're like, oh, okay. And you're like, okay, these people are fucked up. Like, you know, that's what you're thinking, like, through, like, 2 hours of the game. You're like, oh, these people are fucked up. You know, and, you know, that psychological kind of thing. Alan Wake was great for that. The comedy was on point. We have some great clips. Deadly chat and all that knows. We have some great clips. The developers from it had enough of a comedy sense, like, it pulled you away from the dark moments enough when it needed to. It's like if you wanted to, it's like, okay, this is a really dark moment. This is really intense. And then we're going to give you an action sequence. And then we're going to give you, or like, this is really hard. We're going to give you like, hey, you're going to have to watch this video. Well, you don't have to watch it, but you're going to find this video. And it's going to be like this little comedy puppet show thing. Like it was the tone overall just very well melded. It was very, you know, whoever put together the storybook or whatever they call it, you know, and how they plan everything out. It was very well done. And just the tone throughout everything was just so well done that the whole time I was there. You know, you felt like you were overwhelmed because there was too much action. Now all of a sudden there's story. Now there's deep psychological shit. Now there's, you know, you wanted to keep playing because it didn't overwhelm you one way or the other. Like, you just wanted to keep going. Hi, D. Bye, D.
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, no, it was great. Alan Wake was another one. I would go back if they released more Alan Wake right now. And that's the kind of what I attribute it to is Alan Wake. I fucking loved those games. So if they release more Alan Wake right now, I'd play those too. And these are kind of the same developers that are doing the same thing. So I feel like this is my new Alan Wake. You know, that psychological thriller, makes you think and other shit.
There you go.
Alan Wake didn't have creepy ass puppets though.
God, no, that'll kill me.
I mean, they are here, and there are some. Well, they're not like creepy ass puppets. There's a little like puppet show in Control. It's amusing. I have some clips of it somewhere. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, so Control expansion, yay! Warlock, any interest? Any comments? I haven't heard much from you on it.
Yeah, I played Alan Wake a little bit. I missed the hype train on Control, so
it was
get to it when it's in the bargain bin sometime.
It was right before I played it right before West last year's when it came out. I think.
That's right.
Yeah, I would say it was the week before West. Sasa! Hi, Sasa.
Sasa.
I think it was right before West last year that it came out. Yeah, the couple days before West, I was playing Control all the way up until West last year. So I'm excited. Oh! That hand. It was right where it needed to be. Let me tell you. Anyways, so that's Control expansion. I am looking excited that I will get that hands down. The other couple things, game wise. Phantasy Star beta came out day before yesterday. Open beta. If you had a pre-order, you already played some of the beta, I believe. I saw people playing it a couple weeks ago, or somehow you had I don't have a pre-order. I just assumed it was that. But so Phantasy Star open beta now is live. If you guys want to play that, I like Phantasy Star. I like the whole universe, so I enjoy it. I think it's kind of cool. I don't think it's on the PC side, so I'd have to actually plug in the Xbox and make that work. So, there's that side of it. So that's why I haven't downloaded it yet.
That's rough.
I know, it really is. Well, I mean, I'd have to, make sure the cable is all... Well, I'd really only just have to, move one cable, but it's a lot of effort, guys. It's a lot of effort.
It's fine.
Like a whole cable.
It's a whole cable. It's a lot. It's, sometimes plugging in one thing is a lot of effort, guys. But Phantasy Star Online, I like the Phantasy Star universe. I do. I have enjoyed it. I've played a lot of the Phantasy Star games over my years. The MMO has been out. Phantasy Star 2 has been out, I think, since 17 or so. It's been around for a while. But now it's coming to the consoles and everything. It's coming to Xbox mainly. And, that's huge. People who are on Xbox that haven't been able to play it, It's, it's nice little, venture out there.
Phantasy Star 2, I want to say maybe right around when 89, 90, 91, something like that.
I mean, it's slightly different
on the Genesis.
I mean, it's the same, but it's not.
Right. Better graphics. I hope.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, very, very much so. But yeah, no, now you have the more MMO thing, but now it's released. The only thing I'm not sure about, honestly, that I didn't see is whether or not there is going to be... I think it's inclusive. So Xbox is released on Xbox, not cross-plat or anything. So you don't have to worry, or vice versa. You don't get to transfer in your accounts if you have them on the other systems or whatever, or if you are in Japan or whatever. The main thing is this is the US release of a lot of this. So if you have them for whatever reason from another country and all that, are playing on a VPN, I don't think that they transfer. That's as far as I can tell. So this is a select release. Now is coming over to the US side of things. We have it on Xbox. It is an open beta. I really like Phantasy Star. I'll probably pick it up and play it a little bit. I like my JRPGs. I like MMOs, so
There you go.
they would not transfer my Japan account. There you go. There, and Crimson, there you go. There's the answer. I was speculating, but that's what I assumed. Fantasy...
And I have time to play.
Yeah. Phantasy Star has been around since way, 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 way back. Like Warlock just said, it's been around for a minute. I don't even know when Phantasy Star actually started, but at least early 90s. At least.
It was the late 80s, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And it's just... But I mean, they have different renditions, everything. So this is Phantasy Star Online too. Right. So it's, an MMO or whatever. But I've played multiple renditions of Phantasy Star on both the PlayStation, everything else in that universe. And all of them have different time periods too. That's the thing. So even though you're playing Phantasy Star this or Phantasy Star that, it happens in different, this is this century, this is that century, playing in 1800 compared to year 2000, that kind of thing. So
yeah.
I mean, it's a totally, it's the same universe, but different time period. So they're all, you know, you don't have to play another one to play the next one. But I mean, I don't know. It is a big thing. I saw a lot of people playing it with the closed beta for those that had pre-orders, I guess. Now it is an open beta. Surprisingly, I didn't see anybody really playing it as much as they were playing Bless. Like, I see Bless was a lot more popular in the last day, so at least on our platform.
Yeah.
Which
Bless has actually been...
Yeah, Bless has been blowing up.
Aren't they still doing the promotions?
I think that's why. Honestly, I think I wasn't gonna go too much into that. I was just gonna say I think that there are reasons besides just playing it. So I just assume because I almost signed up for it.
Putting it in their title, right?
Yeah.
They're
they have to. Yeah.
You know, right?
I think sponsored or whatever.
Sponsored, game. So
I mean, Warlock was there when I first tried playing it and all that. And I was excited and all that. I was like, cool, Bless is coming this, and then the way they did it, and I knew
you wouldn't like it considering you didn't like the Final Fantasy VII mechanics, the new ones that they put in place.
And then like when
very similar.
Yeah, when I played it, I was like, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I don't like the
type of game.
I don't like it. I know, Fee, you've played it, right? You've been playing Bless.
Yeah,
so,
I've been playing that Blessed a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's okay. For my liking. It's not for you. I know.
I don't like the fighting mechanics. I don't like press X, press Y, plus X, plus B to get my fireball off. Like I just don't.
I'd rather select through my menu.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm that old school WoW player. Like, let me just click fireball, god damn it. Yeah. Like, it drives me nuts. Like, I was trying to do it. I did. I played. I maybe lasted 2 hours in, like, the alpha or whatever when they did the Bless Unleashed thing. Like, Warlock was there, and I remember, and I maybe lasted 2 hours, and I was just like, nope, I'm done. I can't. It was
you're bitching the whole
I
time.
really was. I tried, guys, and I was just like, fuck, nope, god damn it, fuck, I'm done. I gave it a try. I tried, and that's all I can ask of anybody. It's
4 hours, and it didn't hold my attention enough. Like the storyline wasn't there. It didn't keep me involved enough to continue the game. Just a slow start.
Yeah.
Now that I watch people that are higher level, like I've seen Phoenix play, and like she's doing way cooler shit than I was ever doing. Right in the first 4 hours, now she's actually doing cool shit.
Yeah, fighting, like doing those little arena things and whatnot.
Right.
The reason why it piqued my interest because I played games like I don't know if you heard of Vindictus. I remember playing another style where you had to do combos.
I'm taking my 30.
Okay.
Oh my god. Back in the day, Legend Dragoon, I don't know if you guys ever heard of that game, but when you had to do your combo finisher there, that's what it like reminds you of that too. And when I played Final Fantasy 15, it reminds me a bit of that too. So when I played that.
Yeah.
So
I agree with it. It gives me a Final Fantasy 15 feel, and like from a few other games. I hope it sticks around. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a good MMO for the Xbox, right? I mean,
they've been needing something like that in Phantasy Star. Like honestly, like they've got all these great shooters, but I felt like they needed more, like because games like Lost Odyssey was so big back then because it was one of the few games that was on the Xbox that not many people had a chance to play. So I felt like it was needed. So that's always fair, and that's reasonable, Drifty. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's one of those games.
Destiny
like
2, I thought at least that storyline to me holds me in a lot more than Bless does.
Bless, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
and they're still doing more story stuff now for the seasons on that too. So
right,
yeah,
right. It's like not the end for sure.
Yeah, and I mean they just released Trials of Osiris, so people are gonna be grinding for that too. So
yeah.
So, but yeah, Bless is okay. It's good. It's just. I think they could use more. I think eventually I want to see more content for Bless. I would definitely keep revisiting the game and try to grind and see where it takes me. Is when I have the chance. Because I'm literally grinding like 3 MMOs. I'm grinding that. I'm grinding Star Wars. I'm grinding WoW. So yeah.
You're grinding what Star Wars?
Star Wars, the Old Republic MMO.
You're still playing that?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love that game.
It's so
It's
good.
good. Yeah, I'm
So good.
You know,
Sorry,
toying with
amazing.
the idea of getting back to it.
dude, like that was
Let's
such a
go.
good, like way back in the day, I was so good. Honestly, though, I will say, I kind of almost wish that
Some wine.
the people that made like all the cinematics for that would just like, all right, let's okay, the MMO doesn't have the player base that it should, which was amazing. I love playing it. I could probably I played it. I will re-download right now. If we all want to get back into that shit, I will play it. But those cinematics were fucking great. Like,
Yes.
can we just make a whole movie off of just those cinematics? Like, I would go and see that, or just do like a whole series based off of those cinematics, because they were fucking amazing. And like, even the game wasn't bad either. It just didn't have the player base when it came out. Like, it just.
They still have new content they just released recently too. Like they
I
have
thought they
new-
were starting to shut it down. That's what.
No.
Oh.
They have new expansions just came out, and I'm actually
Really?
playing Imperial. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought about going back to play the expansion.
Yeah, we're actually grinding up to.
I
that.
would
We're going
almost
to a
play
bit-
that before I would go back and play WoW. As much as I want to, like, because I do want an MMO in my life, but it's like
'Cause the story's
WoW.
better.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it. Like, WoW is WoW. Like, I've played. And there's only so much more they can get out of WoW. Like, I mean, and I've
Right.
played it for so many years and all that, and like even replaying this and that, like, it's fun. But yeah, the Star Wars, I don't know, like, I loved the Old Republic. I loved that was one of those midnight releases that I did. I mean, I've only done so many midnight releases in my life, and
Yeah,
the Old
I did
Republic
too.
was one of them. Diablo 3 was one of them.
Diablo 3. Are you excited for Diablo 4? Please
Fuck
tell me
yeah,
you're
I
gonna
am.
get Diablo 4.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
That
We're
shit's
all-
that's
Diablo
like
4.
day 0.5. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, Druid. Oh yeah, dude, because
Druid.
yeah, Druid all day, dude, because Diablo 2 fucking, when that expansion came out and I could throw that fucking lava ball, I fucking love that shit. I played that shit all day. The
I
Druid
just wanna
coming
be a
back.
bear, and I want to smack the crap out of people with as a bear. So
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I like the bear was the better form. Wolf was more fun for me, but the bear was the better form.
Right.
Exactly. You can meme with a bear too. But I'm excited for that too. That's gonna be lit.
That'll be fun. Now, I didn't realize, honestly, that Tor, I've heard a lot of different things about it over the last couple months, so I didn't know that it was still really active.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my old MMOs that I've tried over the years and all that, I keep getting those emails randomly that'll be like, oh, our servers are shutting down. And I'm like, oh, I haven't played you in like 3 years. That's probably why.
Well, lol.
There was one
Yeah,
about
I
the
think
same.
in Kotar, like I went through like what max 6 characters, I think.
Dude,
I played the crap out of it.
if they remastered KOTOR right now, I would fucking play it. I would buy it and I would play it in a fucking heartbeat. Right now. If they popped up right now midstream, if an article popped up on my fucking phone that said there's a remastered KOTOR right now, I'd be like, guys, we're canceling the show a little early. Not that we're almost at the end anyways, but either way, I'd be like, you know, fuck playing with you guys. I am going to play KOTOR. Like, fuck this shit. In a fucking
I
heartbeat.
would too, though. I think
yeah.
I would too, though.
It was
that game
it was
amazing.
great. It was absolutely amazing. And that was one of the things that the Old Republic did right. Like, it's almost based in, it's based in that universe, and they, expanded on it.
Knights of the Old Republic.
So good.
So good. Great
We're
games.
actually playing that. I'm playing that with a friend of mine. We're revisiting the story, and we're playing it when we can for the weekends. So they're the same person who also dragged me back, and I'm like, I gotta get on characters. I gotta get class spec. You know what I mean? So, but I was playing mainly stuff like that as of late. So I'm actually excited to go and progress where I left off in the storyline of the Old Republic too. So
Nice.
Yeah.
it's gonna be lit.
I
That's
wouldn't.
awesome.
I would not be opposed to getting back into KOTOR. I'd be more inclined to get back into, or not KOTOR, but Tor. I'd be more inclined to get back into that than WoW. I think if I were to dive back into, have to pick one MMO to jump back into.
I mean, our video cards, we could play an Ultra.
Yeah. Oh
Is that
yeah.
an old-ass game?
Ultra. Yeah. Ultra and everything. Yeah. 100% hands down. The only other thing that I was going to mention tonight and that we were going to talk about was Warzone. to end on Warzone, as much or as little as we wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
Warlock isn't here, so it's okay because he hasn't. I don't know that he's played much of it.
I don't think he's played it
I don't
once
play that
yet.
much.
Oh, there we go. Hey, there he is. He's back. They have had a couple fixes that went live yesterday. I have the article and all that for it. But now that we've had a week, impressions, Disciple.
Servers suck ass.
All right. Fee, have you had a chance now that it's been out a week? What are your impressions of Warzone?
I technically haven't played it, but the things I watch, it reminds me of like CS:GO mixed with a shopping mall, like Tarkov thing with thermals. I'm not joking. It's like it's trying to take a big section of Shark. Doesn't it?
No, there are
Good.
certain things for like
It really
Tarkov
does.
wise and all that. It's like Tarkov, CS:GO. No, I agree. It's 110%.
It's like you're in the street. It's like you're the baby version of Tarkov. Is you don't like get mapped by somebody, but you still get killed by thermals like you do in Tarkov.
Yep. No, that's exactly what it is right now, and they're probably gonna have to like nerf the thermals in some way, shape, or form. Honestly,
Yeah.
because they are super fucking strong right now.
I like the game, but so far in the last 3 days I've tried to play it, I've sat in lobbies longer than I've played the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, it
feel
could be due to everything going on right now. I can't hold that against them so much.
Sure.
I mean, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
For now.
For now.
Until they do.
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't expect everyone to be at home and actually play your game.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
did
Like when
wrap it up
all the
for.
servers. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Battle.net, you should have known better. You've been the sole proprietor of World of Warcraft for how long?
Yeah. Battle.net.
You should have been able to tune up, spin up enough freaking servers and clusters to handle all that load.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the DDoS attack and all that kind of that they said like bad on the PC wise. I was like, I'm not sure. I don't know, because once again, like you said, there's all the WoW servers and all that. So obviously not all of them are allocated to Warzone. They still have that. But I mean, it's not like they got rid of those WoW servers, even if they're like bigger or smaller or whatever. Like they have the infrastructure.
Well, as far as I know, the servers are still being hosted by Activision and not by Blizzard. It's just the authentication to get in to be loaded to your server is through Battle.net. So Battle.net's authentication server went down, which said we couldn't log in. And then when I could get in, the freaking Activision servers would boot me 50% of the time I started playing. And then they crashed on us while playing.
So I feel like it was a bottleneck thing, maybe not like a DDoS thing, but okay, maybe there's 3 servers on this side from Activision and 3 servers on this side from Battle.net that are handling the call, for lack of a better way of putting it. And all these got loaded down. Like on both sides, they're all good, but these 6 got overloaded. That would probably make more sense because 20 million people on Steam. I mean, there's only, like I said,
we were about to go to any game that would allow us to play together last night, and that's basically what happened. We ended up playing Satisfactory because
we didn't want to deal with a multiplayer game.
Origin had problems. Battle.net had problems, and then EA Activision servers had problems as well.
Yeah,
it was a crappy night for gaming.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad I didn't stream. I would have been very upset.
I mean, I streamed, and I just really don't give a shit.
You did well. I mean, you're fine, but like shit like that bothers me personally.
It bothers me too. I just have another fucking drink, and I don't care. That's also why I don't have 100,000 followers yet.
I mean, maybe some more may help.
Yeah, well, I keep trying, and it's not working. It's not working, guys. It's not working until the viewer base of Mixer, gets about 4, 5, 6 years older. I'm gonna have a hard time. But once they get there, what's up, guys? How you doing? Once you're legal, welcome to the other side of the internet.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
But honestly, they have already started to fix a lot of the issues that have been in Warzone so far. So what was fixed? Players will rarely see full black screen corruption when naturally progressing throughout the map. I never experienced that, but that's just, I guess, something that was happening. Players who are the last to die and attempt to leave the game, they'll see a "your squad can still revive you" message, even though there are no squad mates alive. I did experience that. So that has been fixed. Players who disconnect from a match will not drop any items when that they were carrying. So I guess now, and that is a thing. Disciple, last night when you disconnected, all your shit was on the ground. So that is now fixed, because it used to be the first week or whatever, when you DC'd, when you got disconnected or whatever, all your shit went with you. So when D disconnected last night, I went over and I grabbed his fucking armor plates, because I needed fucking armor plates, you know. That's right. You know. So that's the thing now. And now players can become stuck in a stowaway animation when the player revives and immediately cancel the revive. So they fixed the revive animation, you know, to keep you from getting stuck. Those were kind of the hot fixes on this patch this week. The things that they're working on, adjusting when teammates get credit for a kill when they finish off a downed enemy. Now that, did we finalize last night if they fixed that? Like, it says that they're working on it, but
I don't think it was fixed. I downed someone and then someone finished him off and I didn't get a kill. But at the same time, I asked and I think Stormy said he didn't get a kill either. So.
Yeah, so it was weird. Like, I think like maybe half the time it's fixed, half the time it's not. Like, I don't know, because yeah, I thought like last night too, like there were 1 or 2 times that I was like, I definitely downed somebody, or I definitely finished somebody that you guys downed, and I did not. I only had 1 kill, and I think that's what it was. So maybe it's like half fixed. Maybe, you know, it says that they're working on it. You know, it says these are likely to be pushed live by yesterday. So maybe it's half there,
it
and
should be.
Yeah, it should be there. Okay. Players will be unable to use the plunder balloon if they're set to reload use behavior to contextual tap. That was an issue in plunder. Contextual tap, for those of you guys who don't know, is on the Xbox or PlayStation side of it. If you press X or whatever your use key is, either it's reload or use, whichever you have it set for. Contextual tap allows you to press X no matter what. And if you're looking at something, it will pick it up. If you aren't looking at something, it will reload. So you can press X either way. And it will use the game's AI to judge whether or not you're picking up or reloading. You can always hold X to reload, though, in that form. So it is something that I do advocate for those people on controllers. You know, if you're in an area that has a lot of loot on the ground for whatever reason, just make sure you're holding X. You know, and then you'll always reload if you're trying to do that rather than pick up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was.
I see a lot of people on Xbox swapping out the wrong item, like 4 or 5 times in a row.
I mean, I still do it, but that's also because of the animation. Like me, I don't like that I swap a gun, and depending on how long the animation of pulling it out is, negates me swapping it for what's on the ground. Like, I have to fully pull out the gun. Like, say it's the machine gun in my secondary, the heavy machine gun or light machine gun. I have to fully pull out that gun before I can swap it with what's on the ground. Because if I press X to swap, it swaps what it was I just switched from. And that has screwed me more times than I can fucking count. It fucking drives me nuts. Players going into consecutive matches are seeing it end shortly after joining. I guess that was a plunder issue. That's something that is being fixed or has been fixed. This was all stuff that's supposed to be live as of yesterday. Players can get stuck under a buy station if going prone while interacting with it. So that's supposed to have been fixed. And reports of a bug that could kick players from a match if they become stuck on the loading screen. And the animation for the player's characters equipping a gas mask will interrupt and block the player from deploying a parachute. Which is nice. I wish they would just get rid of the fucking animation for taking the goddamn thing off to fucking begin with. But that's neither here nor there. I got into this with Hugh last night. He's like, well, what's wrong with the animation? I'm like, I get the animation of putting it on. Don't get me wrong. I get it. You're putting on the gas mask the first time. Gas is coming in. There's no reason to have it on. But one, when you have it on end game, so it's not like Tarkov where if you're wearing a screen or something on your face, it shows up on your screen. When you're in the gas in COD and Warzone, it does not change your visibility whatsoever at all.
Right.
The gas is there. It does not change your visibility.
Right. You're still in gas.
You're still in gas. It still looks exactly the same.
Right. You're just not huffing and puffing.
You're just not huffing and puffing. So, but then when you try to exit, you take a gas mask off. When you are taking on or putting off the gas mask as you're entering or leaving the zone, you cannot do anything else. And it negates anything else you're trying to do. So if you're fighting anybody, trying to reload, trying to jump, trying to do anything in the game, it screws you over. Except for running, it screws you over. And you cannot do anything else.
But it does that to everyone if you're putting it on. So I mean, if the person across from you is doing the same, they would have the exact same problem.
But say they're at a slightly better angle where they're not. All it takes is 10 feet into the zone, and they have a better advantage over me.
Well, yeah, they have a second and a half of just
a second and a half of shooting me, and that's what gets me. And it's like I would get it. So keep it on if you want to get the realism or whatever. Make it like Tarkov. As soon as you put it on, if you're in the zone, keep it on. And maybe I have limited visibility. Maybe, you know, give me a little bit until I take it off. Something like that. But let me keep it on until I either press a button or something else. Don't make me... The biggest thing for me is as you're running along with the zone and shooting, like that's where my issue comes in. You know, as you're running along the zone, because you're constantly putting on and taking off the mask. And it drives me nuts. And you can't do anything else but take on and put off the mask, and it drives everything else out. And I think that's stupid. I get the concept behind it, but
I think you should write a very nice email
to
the dev team.
Use the word fuck a lot.
Yeah, because those always work well.
Yes.
Well,
Hi,
you know,
I'm 8,000 follower Kdog on Mixer. I think that you should do this and this and this to make it work better.
That's right.
I
just write it up in a nice fashion. Like they don't even have to send it to a project manager to create. You know, just make it perfect.
I just think it's fucking stupid. I think it's a
offer you a job.
Stupid implementation. Dude, I can quality assurance the fuck out of anything, man. Let me tell you. Oh yeah, that I actually turned off the voice modulator for me to do that. I actually talk like that normally. Hands down. But no, I mean that's my feelings on that. I mean, that was just at the end there from that. One of my biggest takeaways from Warzone. I think that they need to up the price of the loadout drop. I think we talked a little bit about this last night. I think either upping the price or making it so that way making it one per person. If you're buying a loadout, the ones that drop, keep them for a whole team. Make that a supply drop. Like make that make that something to go for. But if you're buying it out of that crate, make it a one per person buy. And I think that would change the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
And because right now you have too many people running around with high-end caliber weapons 2 minutes into the game. Because I go for that too.
And I take thermals out of the game. I think thermals don't belong in Battle Royale.
I don't know. I like the thermals. But no, I agree. I get what you're saying. I would
at least make it like, you know, a legendary tier where it's, you know, it's not something that you can be
can't use
from any loadout.
You can't use it in Warzone or whatever. I don't know. I wouldn't hate on them if they decided to do that. Am I going to advocate it? No. But would I be like
thermals though?
I know exactly. Like I love the thermals. So that's saying like
exploit it while it's here.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of like the thing. It's like because I'm thinking like, you know, like Fee knows the thermals in fucking Tarkov are fucking bae, but they cost a shit ton of fucking money.
But they're worth it.
Yeah, but they are worth it. But that's the thing. Like so in Warzone, there's no real reason not to run it, and they have the advantage. So maybe maybe find a way to make it like if you want a thermal, you have to pay 9,000 for a drop, or like maybe that would be the way to go. Something like that. And then if you found that gun,
I think it should be like random drop only, 10 in any game.
Yeah,
Right,
maybe.
so
Yeah, if you want a
people...
thermal, yeah, it has to be. Or if you want a thermal, it has to be from those care drops that come into the game. Your thermal loadout has to come from the care drop. Something like that. I would agree with that. There are a lot of them. That's why I switched. I was upset that the car didn't have a thermal. I was leveling it up, and I was like, "Fuck, the car doesn't have the thermal I want. Fuck, I'm going back to the HDR and AX50."
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that in Modern Warfare, I didn't realize how actually good it was at being accurate on like scopes and all that other kind of stuff, because I realized after playing Tarkov and how realistic fucking Tarkov is, I came back into playing Modern Warfare and I'm like, oh, that's this scope. I know this scope from fucking Tarkov,
Yeah.
Because it actually gave you the real name.
Yeah,
of
the real name and everything. And like, whereas like Modern Warfare and COD, it's like, oh, like random, like, oh, Viper scope or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is the such and such GS32 3.1, that kind of bullshit. It's like, I know the exact what this gun is. And I'm looking at, I'm watching people play and I'm like trying to figure out what guns they're using. And I'm like watching the fucking receiver, because in Tarkov you can edit the fucking receiver and everything. And I'm like, oh, I recognize that receiver on there and the fucking barrel and all that shit. And I'm like, God, I've played way too much fucking Tarkov.
Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
I have not played it in the last couple of days because I don't even want to know what those servers are like. Right now.
Terrible. Just stay out of labs and it'll be fine.
I mean, I hate you die to lag half the time, anyways. Like, I had somebody in my chat last night who was like a fucking, I can't remember who it was, came into my chat last night. They were talking like, oh, I shot a scav for over 400 damage, no armor or anything like that, and then he killed me. Like, it shot him in the chest and all that, but it's lag, It's like you shoot them for that much, and it's like, then they turn and fucking lag, man.
Yeah, I know.
IG dropping all the fucking embers for D.
No. Thank you, brother.
But yeah, that's honestly though, I don't dislike Warzone. Yeah. I said I would give it a week. Like we remember Wednesday, I was like, I'm gonna give it a week, and I will give it, because like my first impressions, I was like, I don't dislike it. I think that it needs some work, but no more so than fucking Apex does or anything like that. So at the end of the day, I think I personally, I think I like Apex more. Still, I think personally.
I still like Apex more as well. I still feel like it's a better game.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of third parties.
Mm. I mean, but that's the game itself, though. I don't, like, I've had this argument. I don't think that Apex, it's not the third party thing, because you're going to have that in every battle royale. I think Apex is just easier to third party because you have the movement. It's
That's
it's just
exactly
it's a
it.
faster
so
game.
Much quicker. It allows for third party easier, but at the same time, with Warzone being 100 up to 150 players,
I turn a corner and there's people everywhere.
Right. And it's like people shooting unless you have a muzzle. They show up on your radar, the direction that they are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that game is also, it's more than third party. It's fifth parties.
Yeah.
That game, I've definitely been collapsed on by 4 other groups.
Yeah.
Several times in that game.
Yeah, I would say, personally, I don't think that Apex is any worse at third parties than any other BR. It's just you have faster mobility. And at the end of the day, honestly, if I know, like, I know I've been in times, so in fights with D and all that, where we have been in a fight, and if it lasts more than a couple like, if I pull out and I heal and I go back and I have to heal again, I know I've said this to you. It's like, this fight has taken way too long. There are teams coming right fucking now. And that's why you got to know when you're playing a game like that is a faster game. It's like, there's no way that there are not 3 teams coming at us right fucking now because we have been fighting for 30 seconds and they hear these shots. Like, it's, it's just part of the game, and, it's just a different style. It's faster, and either you win or you lose that much faster, and you got to know that.
Yeah.
but I don't dislike it. I know Warlock is not a huge BR person, so I know he's just been sitting there.
He would,
you know?
he would be if he practiced more.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, deathmatch guy, you know,
Yeah.
for sure. So
Yeah.
I guess this is kind of like a deathmatch, except you got extra people.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'll be real, like, I don't mind playing BRs on occasion, but I've honestly been feeling more like games like Tarkov because the stakes and the fact that it feels more realistic. Aside from the laggy scab that murders you in like 2 seconds, obviously. But honestly, like, I like that concept of being able to switch to like ADS down, switch back, you know, and like have things you can take apart, put together, and you have big spots to explore. And you can actually keep the gear, upgrade your hideout, and I'm like I said, Warzone feels like a baby version of Tarkov. I just think that's what it feels like to me. I mean, if that's what I looked at it and I saw some gameplay, I'm like, this really feels like Tarkov. The difference is you don't have the forever swapping to thermals and having straight white screen on your face. So,
Honestly, it feels like a non-building Fortnite to me.
there you go.
The sniper rifles are on point. Like the assault rifles are pretty much junk. like it's
And no
like
killer.
the bloom on the weapons. You know, it takes forever to kill people in this game.
Yeah,
Like this.
Unless you're using the LMG.
When I'm trying to snipe something, at least when I look at it, like scope it out in Tarkov, I know it's gonna be dead right off the bat when I snipe it.
Yeah. Dude, fucking Warzone, I've been playing for multiple days. I still don't know how to snipe in Warzone. Like, sometimes I'll hit a shot, and other times I'm like, I don't know how I just hit that, or I don't know how I just missed that. Like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I feel like within 200 meters, it's almost hit scan. Like, I honestly feel like that. There is no bullet drop. There is no nothing. But outside 200 meters, all of a sudden, then you get bullet drop and lead and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's
It gets
really
very
weird. It's really weird. Like, but I try to do that. Like, okay, 150 meters, and I get it. Like, these are high-powered sniper rifles, but I trust Tarkov. Like, I mean, I get the bullet drop and all that, but it's like I played Tarkov enough that I know kind of, you know, okay, 100 meters, I got to do this. Even this little bit of, you know, lead and this and that. And Tarkov is a sim, I get that, and COD is not. But still, if this person is way the fuck out there, I should be having to lead them and aim up a little bit, or especially if I'm down or this and that. If I'm below them and I'm shooting up at them on a mountain, you know, and they're 200 fucking meters plus away, like, why am I not hitting when I aim just a little above their head? And I see the bullet go over their fucking head, and I'm just like, excuse me? Like, I don't know. It's weird. I just don't. And I think that they still have the same, maybe the bullet effect from their battleground. What was the 16? The other map. And COD. They released with this the battlefield type maps, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah,
the big team battle type of things, whatever.
Yeah.
But those, like, I feel like they kept like those same mechanics, which were almost hit scan, like very little like lead and all that kind of stuff. Ground war, there we go. Thank you. Ground war, and they kept all those mechanics and just applied them across the board, whether or not you're 1,000 meters away or 600. Like, and I think they didn't really adjust them for that. I don't know. The sniping, as somebody who loves to snipe in games, I have had a really hard time figuring out the sniping in Modern Warfare. I love fucking sniping. I absolutely love it. Like, that is my shit. I love medium to long range engagements all fucking day. And I
think we need a Halo BR.
That's a. I don't know.
I went back when Reach came out on PC. I went back and played that for the first time in forever, and I forgot how much I hated fucking Halo multiplayer in comparison to modern day. Oh my god, it is so bad.
I had fun.
The only good mode is SWAT. Okay, the only good mode is SWAT. If you want to make it SWAT rules, that's fine. Make it SWAT rules where headshots actually count and all that. But don't tell me that it takes 5 shots to fucking kill a fucking shield, and then all of a sudden the 6th shot fucking kills you. Or fucking 4.5 shots kills a shield, but then 5 shots has to kill the shield, but then that person has the one that kills it in 4.5. It's just, oh my god, don't give me. Oh.
Just bring back firefight, and I'll be happy.
SWAT is where it's at. I love SWAT. SWAT is great. SWAT is
fantastic.
Yeah, SWAT is good.
I miss Griffball.
And that's fine. Yeah, Griffball and all that is great. You know, and you have the different modes, but I think if we were going to do like a battle royale or anything like that, if Halo moving forward multiplayer, the way that the shields and everything work are bullshit in my opinion, especially in modern day. They worked back. Don't get me wrong, I loved them back when I was fucking 12 and fucking playing Xbox Halo. Don't get me wrong, but in this day and age, the way that everything works, I think that SWAT needs to be the norm. Like, you have headshot damage, you have, you know, 110%. SWAT needs to be the norm. You know, you have shields, but you have headshot damage, which gives you 150% extra, you know, damage. It's, you know, that should be how it is moving forward. That is my stamp.
Yeah, shotguns have definitely been way OP in BRs. Every BR. Except for Modern Warfare. That game is absolutely trash.
I mean, to be fair, I did stand on top of a set of stairs and kill like 3 people with a shotgun the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I definitely did.
It must have been peeled with no armor or something.
Oh, no, I fucked these guys up. I hit them in the head. I literally... They came up like trying to avenge their buddy and trying to kill me, and I was just like... Beep.
Yeah, call him the K camper now.
Dude, I literally had nothing else. I had a shotgun and no armor. I was literally no armor place, no nothing. This was off the drop. I killed their buddy and all that, and I killed him with a shotgun. 2 shots. He had his 2-shot thing. I had a green shotgun I picked up off the rip, and I sat on top of the stairs because I could hear him because the rest of my fucking squad wasn't around. I don't know who I was playing with. I'm not gonna say any names because honestly I don't remember. It might have been D. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm saying it might have been. Wow. But no, I don't know who, but literally I sat there because I was like, I know I am by myself and this is the only way I win this engagement. And I sat there at the top of the stairs and these guys ran up the stairs and I just went boop, and fucking top of the head and dead. And then fucking the next one ran up, boop, top of the head, fucking dead.
It's awesome.
You know, and I fucking hate camping, but I had to do what I had to do to fucking win, goddammit. The greater good.
The greater good.
Oh.
I knew that get going.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even... well, I'm a little over half. It always gets better as the night goes on.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Imagine if I started drinking before the fucking show started.
No.
That'd be lit.
By the end of the show, I'd be like, fucking, I hit that goddamn shot, guys.
Put your shirt back on, Kay.
Toga.
I fucking hit those shots, by the way.
He hits those in the back of the corner of the house over the stairs.
No, there's a whole thing about it, goddammit. There's a whole thing. And I'm not gonna go into it, but for the record, I fucking hit those shots. That's it. That's it. That's all we're saying. No, we're done. We're done. I fucking hit him. Nope, I will time you out, motherfucker.
Oh, sure he does.
I fucking hit him. I fucking hit him. Think I won't. Go to the back. We did it already. We have seen the VODs. The VODs have been played. I hit those shots. Yeah, I died because the fucking game didn't register. Bullshit. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. No. I'm minimizing chat. I'm not listening to any of you anymore. All right. Anyways. Fuck you guys.
Next topic.
There really aren't any more topics. That was really like the end. We were talking Warzone. So that was kind of the end of anything. Any last topics on Warzone or anything? Let me pull up Discord.
Doesn't look like we have any Q&A.
Okay, yeah.
So the only thing I saw in chat was somebody asking pretty regularly about
Kdog, what'd you do?
Division 2.
He broke it.
Yeah, he broke it.
Oh,
We're gonna-
because I clicked too many times and it minimized that. Yep. Wait, Disciple should still be there.
No.
Wait, what? Huh?
No.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
no,
are?
it's
Why are? Why are you not here? Huh? I literally. I'm so.
We get F's
I'm
in the
so
chat.
confused. I'm so
I'm
confused right now. I'm really
yeah.
I'm really confused
Man.
why this.
But your confusion, chat. It's okay. Everything's fine. Don't panic.
It,
So
okay,
we'll
it
stay
literally
with
it literally
F's in
just
the chat.
exited.
If.
Okay.
No, I'm back.
It
Warlock's
decided to not recognize the Discord window as a Discord window, and
Okay, we're back.
I don't know why.
There you go.
OBS, thanks OBS.
So,
GG's,
yeah,
K. GG's.
the only question I saw a couple of times was about Division 2 and the DLC evidently dividing the player base. Have you heard anything about that?
Because of New York.
Yeah,
Going back to
the new going back to New York or staying in the other side. I kind of wish Shredder was here for this side, but because I haven't played any of it. Fee, I don't know if you've played any Division.
Not
swore
in
off the game.
a hot minute. So.
Well, he swore off it, but he has played some of it. We did talk it a little bit last week. So I don't know. Personally, I haven't played it. But we did talk it a little bit last week, and from what I gathered from him talking it, is that it does offer that option to divide the player base, which is not a good thing. Because it seems that you are able to either go back to New York and do that, or kind of stay on the other side on the Washington thing. I haven't played it. I wish we had somebody who has played it. I don't know even anybody in my friends group who really has.
I haven't played
Mech.
since
Oh, hi, Mech. Hey, there we go.
Yeah,
I was gonna say like
Mech
Took and Sonofa I know have, but I think they just auto hosted. They weren't actually here. All right, Mech, you wanna hop in? Like how? I mean, to offer up in chat. Like because we talked a little bit about it last week. And it does, you can go back, what Shredder said last week is you can go back to New York and you actually still kind of integrate back in. It's New York after all of the things that have happened currently in Division 2. So you go back to that, as far as I understand it. And he said, so you run into the cleaners again. You run into some of these old people.
So players who have the DLC can't play with those who don't.
I believe that is,
That's
yes,
what Twisted
correct.
is saying.
Yeah.
Because they're all
Seems
back
to
in New
minimize it.
York doing all of that nonsense. And players who do not have it. So to actually really even continue to play the game, you are forced into getting into the DLC. Sounds very Division-esque. Yeah. Sounds like Division. Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the least. Had to be level 30. Somebody last night in my chat was level 100 or something like that. But I know that's like a gear score wise, or whatever. What is the max level right now in Division? DLC is 40, but yeah, and then you have like the gear score, like whatever nonsense, whatever their thing. Somebody was like bragging in my chat or whatever, and I'm like, I don't really care. It makes no fucking difference to me. I was playing Satisfactory at the time. I'm like, I'm building a fucking factory. What the fuck do I care?
Building a factory.
Yeah. Mine now is like, yeah, in Nitro, yeah, they said they were over like 1,000. That's what it was. Yeah, I knew it was like something like that. And I was like, oh, well, this is my very effective factory. So cool, good for you on your Division score.
I'm over here
Here's
building
question
stuff.
of them all: has Phoenix played Satisfactory?
I have not, no.
Oh,
I
you know
I
what we're
could look
talking
into it.
about? You definitely should.
Okay. Is it on Steam?
on Epic right
and
now.
it should be like less than 2 weeks. It should go to Steam.
Right.
It's on Epic. It's Ark meets Minecraft meets SimCity. That's kind of how I've been describing it. I don't like Ark, but I have really enjoyed Satisfactory. It has drawn me in.
Amazing.
Don't do the pun.
I'm not. It's okay.
Yeah, don't.
It is
The puns are right there. The puns have been there enough. I've been laying off of the puns for that. Although people have come in and asked me what this game is, and I've been like, this game is very satisfactory. And that's literally what I've said. But it's, yeah, you build a factory and, you know, you just try and build a better factory and a better factory and make it more efficient. And it's like, I feel like it's the mid game of Ark. Like, I didn't play Ark. I didn't enjoy it that much, but like where you actually are able to build things and try and build certain things on your base and that kind of like level of Ark, like not the PvP side, but the base building, and then you're building this to, you know, efficiency wise to produce this and that. Like it's you're building a factory. I don't know.
It's very satisfying and fun though.
I'll have to take a look. Because I'm always willing to try different things. It kind of makes me think of City Skylines a little bit, except that's more like a city.
Right.
So that's just my guess from what I'm hearing. But like I said, I've never really heard of the game. Let's see.
I can't wait for them to bring it up more and actually have like servers for it, and then we could all have have a you know
The day they become available, I'm buying one.
Oh yeah, like you know, a Kdog sub server and all that, and just say, hey, we're gonna do this, and then I load back in and be like, oh, this is what everybody has done to the server, like, you know, that kind of shit.
That'll be amazing.
And it'll be kind of like an Ark thing, you know. It's very amusing. I have spent a lot of time.
I saw somebody play this actually. Now that I'm looking at some gameplay, it looks kind of familiar. But
I mean, there's been a lot of clips. Like one of the things that tipped me off to it was Supa in his clips playing it on like Twitter. There's a lot of fun to be had. There's a lot of me spending.
Card Shark played this.
Yeah, Card Shark played it.
Yeah.
I've spent hours redesigning certain things, and yeah. And then I don't realize that it's like 9 a.m. in the morning, and I'm like, fuck, I should have gotten off 4 hours ago. Why am I still playing this?
I've never done that at all yesterday at all.
No, not at all, ever. Yesterday, yeah. Nope.
Yeah, I left you guys at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, what time did I get off? Like, I think 8. My time, 8. So you left me at 5 my time.
5, yeah.
5 or 6 my time, yeah. Yep, I think I got off at like 8 or 9. And I was like, yeah, I just kept building because I need to rearrange my fucking power arrangement. God damn it! Priorities. I got to make sure that it all lines up a certain way. So if you're very OCD, the game can get to you. Like because I make sure certain parts, like my factory is all like lined up, like. My production area is like, okay, this has to line up with this, and then this goes up over here, and this, so it all flows exactly right. It's a thing. We're gonna ignore my spaghetti middle ground area, you know, which actually has gotten even worse since last time you guys saw it. I did more to it. It's gotten so.
Great.
I have a middle ground that's very much like a pipe ventilation system of all the conveyor belts. It did look very clean for a while. None of them intersected, and now there's so much going on. I couldn't help but intersect them, and now I'm just like, fuck it, they're all gonna intersect. So now they're all fucking go and fucking
just
this and that.
Weave, man.
Yeah, just fucking. I'm just making it work.
Yeah, I'm working on like nuclear power and working on trying to move that fluid from across the freaking continent.
Yeah, see, I could be at that point, but I'm busy like reorganizing and making sure my shit lines up. That's what it was like. I could have been like end game
stations going through my second floor.
Yeah.
I have just I have a different priority in my
yeah,
world.
exactly. I could have been end game by now, but I fucking have reorganized my shit like 7 times to make sure it all lines up in a certain way because
it is the same thing. I
efficiency.
completely wiped my bottom floor clean and redid it.
Yeah. I have not wiped anything complete. Like I've remade, stuff on the walls. Like I move stuff to the walls. That's as OCD as I got.
No, and I'm about to redo all to get the fuel power and everything. I have all that going, which is still the prettiest part of my desert. Which also, my desert biome is called Kdog Sex Life. That's the best part about the whole game, honestly. It's a desert.
It's a barren desert.
It's a barren desert with a random oasis. It's a that I have to go to for minerals. Yeah, that's my server right there. But yeah, it's a really pretty little like beachfront thing. That overlook is really nice. That's my favorite part about it so far.
You should. Buy Satisfactory and tell them we sent you.
It's worth it. It's worth it. If I could get I don't even have an Epic Creator Code. Disciple, you have one. It works.
Yep.
There you go.
Creator Code Disciple.
There you go. Because it's on Epic. It's not on Steam for another like 2 weeks.
Yep.
So.
Allegedly,
yeah. That's when it's supposed to. Yeah. But yeah, that's all the topics, literally, that we have had.
Sweet.
That I have scheduled. Any other random things? I don't know anything else about the Division 2 side of it. I don't know a better answer to that than what we have said.
Yeah, it's all about Doom. It's all about Animal Crossing. Yeah.
Footstep audio issues with Call of Duty Warzone? Yes. Call of Duty, Warzone, and Call of Duty in general is fucking terrible when it comes to audio.
Yeah.
Case in point. Footsteps are fucking terrible. Absolutely goddamn terrible. You can hear your teammates.
It's even worse than freaking Blackout was.
Yeah.
So Blackout was terrible.
Yeah. You can hear your teammates running from the fucking building next to you, but then you get run up on by a whole goddamn team with shotguns and you don't hear a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
It's
It happened with
it's
when I was
COD.
playing 2v2s earlier, and I was trying to play. I was doing a 1v1, and I didn't hear the guy creep up behind me. Apparently, he slow walked, and I didn't catch a single step.
Hey, he doesn't even have to slow walk. He can just fucking randomly. He can just walk, and it's fine, and it would have never fucking hurt a thing.
Yep, I didn't hear anything, and he got me. Yeah, that's how he killed me. GG's, bro. Game's so good.
GG's.
All right.
GG's.
Oh, and Discord is also like deciding. It looks like you, Fee, and Disciple, you're starting to get pixelated. Yeah, both of you guys are. I don't know why. So Discord is like, all right, we're close to being done.
It thinks I'm naked.
Yeah. Everybody's starting to get pixelated.
It's pixelating.
Yeah,
now.
everybody's slowly pixelating, guys. I don't know what's going on. Warlock's starting to pixelate now too.
Discord, with all this, everybody staying home, Discord has been taking a huge hit to
they have been, yeah.
Maybe we're just getting timed out.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is.
Performance.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's because we're not Discord partners.
One day.
Yeah.
Someday.
And when they open it back up.
When they open it back up.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, that's all it from me. Anything else from you guys? Disciple? Anything?
Nope. Nothing here.
Warlock?
Nah.
Lasting words?
Nah.
Fee? Anything?
It's good to actually be part of this. Sorry, I was running a little late. But it was good to actually
okay.
just jump in and just have fun. And no, it's not Kdog. Everything's not okay. It's not kosher.
It's okay.
We're not gonna get half.
I appreciate you.
I'm upset. We're not.
I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you for having us, though.
You filled in last minute either way, so I can't. Now, if you're late for your actual scheduled day, then we'll have some words. Then we'll have some words. But no, I can't be mad at you for showing up and helping.
He loves it when you fill a slot. So,
yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah.
I don't mind filling in. What?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I pay extra for that. What are you talking about?
That's when
anyways,
you have those patrons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, OnlyFans. Got to make my money somehow while I'm out of work.
It's grounded.
But no, honestly, was a pleasure. Honestly, Fee will be back on the show later. I think end of April. Honestly, but I reached out. We were talking, and you know, since I had a feeling, and then also with people leaving last minute, and then everybody is fucking sick or this and that right now. So that's why this week and the next couple weeks we'll figure shit out. Next week I have Sasa on the show scheduled as per right now, I think. Hold on, let me pull it up on this page before I fuck things up. Yep. So technically Sasa is next week. Guys, so definitely come back. A lot of you guys know Sarah Sasa. She actually threw a host over earlier.
Sorry.
I'll do it for you.
But otherwise I don't have anything else. Obviously the socials have been playing all night, and I have this set up now so that way it's a little bit easier, but we'll go around again so that way verbally for podcast wise later when I upload all this shit. We'll just go clockwise. Disciple, where can everybody find you and all that? When do you stream?
I stream hopefully Monday through Friday, depending on those days, starting at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can find me at everything at Disciple. Instagram, Mixer, Twitter, everything that's important, Disciple.
There you go. Warlock?
Hey, don't follow me. I got nothing to say.
I mean, you have an Instagram and a Twitter and all that. Don't even give me that nonsense. It's worth following.
The one Warlock spelled out for Twitter, the one Warlock with the number 1 for Instagram, and the one Warlock spelled out, no spaces, on Mixer.
There you go. There you go.
And I'll be streaming more often. Got a fancy camera now, so I got to justify that.
Yeah, you got the 5100 or right?
Oh no, 6400.
Oh, you have 64.
6400.
Ooh, nice.
Fancy.
Something
So
like that.
fancy. Fee?
Well, I mean, what's a streamer? I don't know what this
They're
is.
a thing.
Like,
They
what do you
do a
mean?
thing.
They do a thing?
They do a
Okay.
thing.
I mean, they do a thing.
Yeah, every once in a while they sit in front of camera and talk.
Oh God, terrible! I'm so anxiety. I stream on this thing they call Mixer, Phoenix_Inferno, Twitter without the underscore, same name, Vermilion on Instagram, and I have Undead Red on Facebook. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz, and all that jazz. That's pretty much it. And I stream pretty much like every day when I can. I try to like space out my breaks, but I'm beyond definitely. Probably for a little bit when I can in the near future. So tomorrow, especially, I'll be on doing the thing stuff, and for Ladies' Night because that's what we do every
Yes,
Thursday.
you guys have Ladies' Night. I know you guys have that tomorrow.
Oh yes.
So I'm supposed to be playing with Pop afterwards for some Warzone. So maybe the three of us can get in for that. Because I don't know who is our third, but I'm supposed to be tentatively me and Pop were playing Warzone tomorrow night after your Ladies' Night. So. We'll see. I wouldn't be in on the. I wouldn't mind the middle of that. You know, just saying. Just saying. Anyways, moving right along. That is the end of the stream, guys. Officially for podcast wise, for when this all gets uploaded, just to nonsense for audio wise, which I did have all this set up. But then monies wise, I have to figure that out now. Moving forward. So, because Modelo. That being said, thank you everybody for hanging out. It is the end of the official audio / podcast wise. I'm going to end the recording now. Everybody say bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Bye, everybody. Don't do anything I wouldn't. We'll see you next week.